And welcome live inside Delaware Live Sports. We are at Cavaliers Stadium on Friday the 13th here for Middletown and St. George. Is a fantastic matchup, one of three fantastic matchups here that are going live here tonight in the state of Delaware. We are the last to kick off, and let me bring in my broadcast partner, Patrick Arianis. And Pat, we are back here at Cavaliers Stadium. Me and you did a game here last year, Middletown and Caesar Rodney. Feels good to be back here on a chilly Friday the 13th.
It's one of the better venues in the state of Delaware. Obviously, with COVID running rampant, it's you don't get the crowd. You're not getting the crowd that you typically get. But it's an intimate stadium, to say the least. The stands are right up against the sidelines. Here at the old site of Everett Meredith Middle School, they tore it down. I was shocked when we drove by here. This school is I think it may be up for an upgrade. Not quite sure what the story is behind it, but a lot of good memories here, Nick. One of the teams of the decade here at Middletown, if not the team of the past decade. So. It's a great place, and this is going to be a fantastic football game. You mentioned it again. 3 great games live for you tonight. This one, yet to say. We were biased. We're the ones doing the game. It could be the best, and some very talented players on both sides of the ball. Pat, we'll start with the visiting team and St. George's 2-1 coming into the season. What have you just seen from them so far this year? Yeah, and you look down the schedule here. They started off with a 21-7 victory over Appo, who we saw last week, Nick. They beat rival William Penn, 29-12, before getting in a shootout against Hodson last week. 62-46, remnants of that 2015 Sally Smyrna game, back-and-forth contest there. And you look at this team, and they got some talented guys out there. You're going to look at Giovanni Sanchez, who's one of their running backs, 6 touchdowns already on the season. Tyrell Martin had 4 touchdowns all last week on the ground. And they have an electrifying team. And what's even more interesting here is obviously Coach Wilson, who's a former coach of you, and Coach Sibley, also coached you at St. Mark's. Sure. He had an interesting quote there from Coach Sibley saying this may be one of the top fronts that he's ever coached. It's high praise considering. Once upon a time, 2010 season at St. Mark's had 5 All-Staters. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Being a part of that team, those guys may have been the best I've ever seen. And Coach Sibley, you mentioned it, Pat, maybe just as good as those guys. That's quite the honor there. Yeah. And it looked that way against Appo in Week 1 when we were there. They dominated the battle in the trenches, and now we're going to see a much tougher test here today against Middletown. We'll see how they do tonight. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, their playoff lives could be on watch here tonight. Only a 7-game season. You got to get as many wins as you possibly can. And now focusing on the home team, undefeated coming in, 3-0 Middletown. Pat, they've looked good so far this year. Now we get a chance to see them up close and personal here tonight. You do, and you know what? Not only have they been good, they've been historically great here at home. 26 consecutive victories coming into this one, Nick. So they're unbeatable here at their home facility. You look at this team, they get it done on all ends of the field. They got 3 blocked punts this year, a blocked extra point. They forced 4 fumbles. They have 9 sacks, and then that's only on the defense and special teams. You get going in on this offense, they're very impressive as well. Looking at their schedule, opened up with a 21-18 win against Concord. Concord's a scrappy football team,
got a chance to see them.
They were without Ben Martin in that game. Then they come out, they take care of the Del Castle Cougars 46-0, and then they blank Mount Pleasant 20-0. So they haven't given up any points since Week 1. Offensively, you look at them. Rushing Ben Martin, two touchdowns so far on the year. Michael Pearson, 3 touchdowns. Passing in Colby Chambers stepping into the quarterback role. We saw him a little bit last year when Braden Davis got hurt. Obviously, Braden down playing, I believe, in Florida this year. So Colby's got the job done. 6 TDs on the year. Another guy to keep an eye on offensively, Zaire Tart, 3 receiving touchdowns for him. Defensively, like we hit on some of their statistics there, a couple guys individually to keep an eye on. Jonathan Wiltshire, 2 picks, one of them for a touchdown this year. Jaden Wheeler, 16 tackles and a pump block for a touchdown. Ryan Cheaton gets it done, 13 tackles, 3 of them for loss. Cody Harris, 3 sacks. Derek Burke, 2 forced fumbles. They get the job done all around on the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be a tough matchup here for St. George's. You just heard it all right there. Middletown has been getting it done so far this year and at home over the past couple years.
St. George's obviously having a very good start to their season, maybe the best start to their season in the last couple years. John Wilson, I believe, in his third year now with St. George's, and something that Coach Wilson and Coach Blum, they've been at it before. When he was at St. Mark's, they would play once a year before week one as a little scrimmage every year, and as well as those championship games like you mentioned in the early 2010s and beyond. So some experience between these two coaches going at each other, but I believe one of the first times Coach Wilson and St. George's are playing at Middletown here tonight, and Pat just 15 minutes away from kickoff here at Cavaliers Stadium. And now just to narrow in, we'll talk about some – I mean, Pat, actually, we were here week one, or not here week one, but we had St. George's week one. Unfortunately, you had to miss that game, but it was a lot of Giovanni Sanchez. He took a lot of carries. They ran a lot of counter gap and power, something that I was familiar with at St. Mark's, at Coach Wilson. And they Abercrombie wasn't really able to stop the run with Giovanni Sanchez, but a much better, tougher battle against the front here of Middletown. What do you see? I mean, it's going to be a battle in the trenches tonight. Talk a little bit about that. Yeah,
I mean, you know, these kind of games, especially in the Flight A conference, I mean, it's really won up front. You know, in the past you've had some pretty air raid type teams, but you know these two teams are getting it done on the ground, and that's what they really need to focus on. You know, Giovanni Sanchez for St. George's, Ben Martin over here for the Cavaliers. That's what they want to do. They want to control the clock. They want to control the line of scrimmage, and then they take the pass off the run. That's old school football. Run to set up the pass, and both of these teams will look to do that.
Yeah, we know Coach Wilson likes his play action. Look for some of the flood pass here tonight. Middletown been very successful through the air as well. Pat, we had a chance to check out Colby Chambers last year, as you alluded to.
Yeah.
A little bit of a shaky start there, but he had just been thrown into the role after the injury to Braden Davis. This year had a little bit more of a comfort level coming in, knowing he was the starter once Braden Davis transferred out, and having a successful season so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy this year. And, you know, that definitely makes your stomach settle a little bit, right? He knows he's the guy at one of the winningest programs here in the state of Delaware, and he's shown it this year. 6 touchdowns, only 1 interception, so he's taking care of the football and just, you know, captaining this team up. We'll see. I mean, it's a lot more fun to play quarterback when your defense isn't giving up any points. So,
absolutely.
We'll see what happens tonight.
Good point, Pat. We're going to take our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, getting sooner and sooner kickoff right here from Cavaliers Stadium.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in. Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
Let's
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership. Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from SODEL Concepts. SODEL Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At SODEL Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job. BARKLEY Heating and Air. Barkleys can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First Aid Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier? Welcome to
And welcome back live inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini and Patrick Arianis at Cavaliers Stadium. Friday Night Lights here tonight, 7:30 p.m. kickoff. We are almost to that point as you're about to see Middletown come out here in their famous home cross through the banner. And again, two fans per student here tonight, Pat. So you got a little bit of a crowd. We are in the booth, so you might not hear the crowd as much from where we are. But a nice little crowd on hand here, you know, amidst all the precautions, and they're in for a nice treat tonight.
They absolutely are. Like we said, I mean, these are 2 of the top teams in the Flight A Blue Hen Conference. And, you know, right now, both teams with a shortened season, trying to get into that playoff. Every game counts, even more so than when we were playing 10 games. So, looking forward to it, man.
So there's some other games already kicking off here around the state of Delaware. Archmere able to force 2 turnovers in that first quarter against St. Mark's. I believe still scoreless there. Howard starts the second half off with the ball at their own 47-yard line. But again, not much scoring going on here. As again, just a little bit into our kickoffs here. Lake Forest, they're up over Seaford 35-0 early in the fourth quarter.
That's impressive. I mean, hey, you get up to the running clock like that. That's domination.
Woodbridge 13, Indian River 3. That at the half. That one just coming out of the half now. So Woodbridge just able to get their school and their season back together here recently after the outbreak that they had a few weeks ago. So good to see them back on the field and able to play, and they lead 13-3 over Indian River.
And here come the Cavaliers, Nick, breaking out onto the field. All blue for the jerseys here for the Cavaliers. No stickers on the helmet.
Yeah, how about that? And yeah, that's a good point, Pat. Good
I
eye.
like that. You know what? Let's keep it simplistic, man.
Love the awareness. And then we look over here, Pat. I'm going to tell you, Middletown came running out first that time. Usually you don't see that out of the home team, as St. George's about to take the field second here.
Yeah, usually there's a little bit of pettiness.
Yeah,
you're right.
So maybe we'll wait and see again. Coach Blum and Coach Wilson been doing battle for years, including a couple state championship battles about 10 years ago. And again, just had a chance to talk to St. George's and Middletown before this week, Pat. And one thing that we just talked about here in the booth was the matchup. He said, what's going to be the key to the game? Anonymous source says the secondary. We're going to see how that plays out tonight.
Yeah, we are. And it's exciting to see. We'll see what ends up happening. Last week, obviously, like we said, they got in a shootout. Right? Hodson throws the ball all over the field, so it was a good key for this game. And I have a feeling St. George is going to try and control the clock offensively, and that could come into play as well.
So here we go. Coin toss at midfield right now as I speak. The captain for Middletown will be number 51, Cody Harris Miller. And the captain out for St. George's, I believe, is number 8, Donovan Delaney, but he's being blocked right now by Cody Harris Miller. We'll get you that right here as we get the coin toss. And Pat, 7:25, 5 minutes away, getting some efficiency here. Kickoff should be right on time here at Cavaliers Stadium, and everyone just getting ready for this matchup. Some great ones this week. We already talked about it, and this one could just be the best one. Coin toss is up. St. George's will make the call. So St. George's has won the toss, and they have decided to defer to the second half. So, Pat, we'll get our first look at Colby Chambers and company and this Middletown offensive team that we haven't got to see yet this year.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited for it. And you know what? St. George is doing a trendy thing, man. That's a big thing to do in football nowadays. No one wants the ball first, right? Everyone wants to defer. They want that double possession. They want that possession right before the half so they can score, and then they get it right back without the other team getting it. Let's see. The Cavs are pumped up, man. They're pumped up, and they're looking to come out and start this one off hot.
Yeah, we are going to pause here for the national anthem. When we come back, kickoff live from Cavaliers Stadium.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979.
Too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate.
And here we go. Nick Alessandrini and Pat Garianis on hand here. Cavalier Stadium, Middletown 3-0, St. George's 2-1, and we are ready to kick off here. Middletown will receive the opening kickoff. St. George's won the toss and deferred to the second half. And we'll get our first look at Colby Chambers, Ben Martin, and this Middletown offense and it's been putting up some points here lately. The defense has been good
Yes.
for both teams. It's going to be a good one.
It is, and like we said, I mean, you saw St. George's really hold some teams down prior to the Hodson. I mean, Hodson's still a juggernaut that defended state champs offensively. Middletown, that haven't been scored on since week 1, so we'll see what ends up happening here. I'm excited for this one, Nick. I share the same excitement you do.
So now again, kickoff on the way. Kicking off for St. George's will be number 14, Julio Lopez, the junior. Had a chance to see him week 1. I believe he buried a field goal for Coach Wilson.
Michael Pearson and Zaire Tart back deep for the Cavaliers.
And, you know, both of those guys, they have some touchdowns and some big plays on the air, so some guys to watch out for. And you hear those cans, something a staple here at Middletown. You'll hear those cowbells in the background. And again, these two teams, and maybe the matchup of the week. And here we go. Kickoff is back there, and it's going to be returned at the 15-yard line. And what some speed breaks through that first-line defenders. A couple broken tackles and a nice return that time.
Zaire Tart.
Zaire Tart, you mentioned him. We talked about
Yes.
his big playability, making an impact on the first play of the game.
Yeah, you know, he's got 3 receiving touchdowns on the season. You can see he's got the scat back type vibe to him. He's a quick guy, and that's good field position. A good start here for the Cavaliers. Let's see what this offense can do.
And here we go. Colby Chambers will lead the offense out.
And here we go. Now, Nick, here it is. We've heard all the praise about this St. George's front. Let's see what they can bring to the table here.
And they're going to start off here. Slot to the left. Colby Chambers will be in the gun. Pearson sits next to him. They're going to turn, give to Pearson around the right side, reverses back up the middle, and picks up maybe 1 or 2, but that defensive line for St. George's making their presence felt early.
Yeah, not much there. Isaiah Bolden, number 66, really clogged the hole. Great job there by St. George's. There just wasn't much room for Pearson.
So 1-yard gain, call it 2nd and 9. Middletown at their own 48-yard line. Back in the gun for Chambers. Slot to the right. He'll take the snap, drop straight back. Here comes the pressure. Fires across the middle and maybe ran into the referee that time. He was looking for his man Zaire Tart and unable to get it there.
Yeah, he had Tart on the dig route, and you're right. I mean, the official, it's just wrong place, wrong time there. But, you know, I'm telling you right now, if that pass is completed, Tart had some room to run. I think St. George's kind of got away with that one, but here you go. 3rd and long on this opening drive for the Cavaliers.
11-19 and ticking here, quarter number 1. This time trips to the left, and Chambers sits in the gun by himself. 3rd and 9. He drops back, looking to that left side, fires across the middle, and has his man for first down yardage. It's Rodney Bond on a big 3rd down.
Yeah, it's a great job there. They confusion in the secondary for St. George's. That ended up tackle made by Michael Santos, number 51. But great read there by Chambers. He used his eyes and threw the guy open. Great work.
And a little up-tempo offense. They're going to turn, give to Pearson up the middle, but once again, nowhere to run on first down. Maybe back.
Santos came up. He plugged the hole once again, and so far the 2 early runs up the middle, not getting much for the Cavaliers.
And one of the guys St. George's coaching staff mentioned was Santos. They said he's been phenomenal on defense, a great football mind, and kind of puts himself in the right positions to make plays.
Absolutely.
Trips top of the screen for Chambers. He's going to drop back, fire that way. Has his man out in the flat. I believe that's number 10.
16. That's
16. Zachary Caldwell making his first catch of the ball game.
Yeah, and you know, Chambers doing a good job taking what the defense gives you, right? Right there, Caldwell open for the little 5-yard gain. You're setting yourself up 3rd 5, 3rd and 6. That's what you got to do. Be efficient at the quarterback position. Don't try and force too much.
So now 3rd and a little over 5, maybe 3rd and 6 here from the 34-yard line. Middletown trying to put some points up here on their first drive. Going to have to convert on 3rd. A little play action here on the read. He's going to throw it, and he has his man, but nowhere to run. Give him 1 or 2 yards on that far right side. And now it's going to bring up 4th down and decision time for Coach Blum.
Yeah, they got it to Tart, and Tart tried to go back and cut towards the middle, and that wasn't a good idea. Once again, Santos there to clean up the garbage there. And if he breaks to the outside, maybe he gets there. But here's a 4th down decision upcoming for Coach Blum in Middletown, and they look like they were going to be going for it.
Going to leave the offense out on the field here on 4th and 6, 9:32 and ticking. First quarter action here, and Middletown trying to continue this drive. They're going to have to get 4 to do so. 2 backs next to Chambers. He'll take the snap. He's just going to straight give. I believe it's Pearson. He's going to try to get to the outside. He does. Gets about the 28-yard line, and it's going to be really close to that first down marker.
It is, and there is a flag on the play. It was thrown in the secondary, so I'm curious to see what this is going to be. But it was. It was close out here, and it looks like it's going holding. Is that holding against the Cavaliers? That's brutal, man. That one hurts.
So it looked like for a second there they might have just had enough to pick up the first down on 4th down, but Laundrie on the field, and that'll back him up, and now it's going to be 4th and about 10, or no, spot foul here, so we'll see what the referees do with this one, but takes away a first down for the Cavs.
It does. It looks like it's going to maybe bring the punting unit out on the field. Who knows? 4th and 10. Yeah, and here comes the punting unit.
So 4th and 10 from the 38. From a conversion on 4th and 4 to 4th and 10. So the punt team will trot out. And again, penalties are going to be a big factor here tonight, as they are in every ball game. And that one's going to halt this Middletown drive.
That it is. On to punt for Middletown, number 62. And we don't have a number.
He'll boot it away, however.
It does happen.
Going to take a bounce, and a nice decision that time by, I believe it was Lamar Wright, returning the punt to let it take a bounce into the end zone. So St. George's will take the ball at their own 20 here with 8:57 to go in the first quarter. And Pat will get our first look at now at the St. George's offense.
Yeah, and this St. George's offense loves to run the football, right? We talked about it. Giovanni Sanchez, 6 touchdowns on the year. But he's not the only one. They have some other backs that get the job done, and of course they got a really good offensive front. Let's see what they can do. They're going to try and manage this clock, control the tempo of this game.
And again, some players to look out for on the St. George's offense. Number 1, Nair Wilson, and number 7, the quarterback, and number 7, the running back, Giovanni Sanchez, and as well some other playmakers on that offense as well, especially the receiving core. And we'll see how they start. Slot to the right. And a little pistol action now from Nair Wilson to St. George's. 1st and 10. They'll snap, turn, and just gates drive up the middle, and nowhere to run at all. Great penetration by the Cavaliers.
Derek Burke was unblocked. He came flying through, and there's just nothing you can do. I mean, he came up, made the play. And we talked about Middletown, right? As much as we talked about that St. George's offensive front, Middletown's offensive front has gotten it done the first 3 weeks. They play very aggressive, and they get the job done off the edge. So we'll see what ends up happening. That's a good first down play. If you're the Cavaliers, if you're St. George's, maybe there was a miscommunication up front.
So Sanchez lost 1 or 2. 2nd and 12 now from the 18-yard line. Sable will go slot to the left this time. Wilson in the gun. Sanchez sits behind him. He'll take the snap. This time he's going to fake it, and now it's Wilson out on the edge and picks up a few yards, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe one more.
Yeah, well, he made a great job there, right? He made the first man miss, who I believe was once again Burke, off the edge. And to turn that into a 2 or 3 yard gain when it could have been a 4-yard loss, it's a good play by Wilson.
So here we go, 3rd down and 9, 7:48 and ticking. St. George's at their own 21-yard line and going to need a big play here on 3rd down to get a new set of downs. And again, this time Wilson out of the gun. 2 receivers, bottom of your screen, 1 at the top of your screen. Wilson will play action. He's going to look across the middle. Some contact there initially, but the ball is dropped that time by Zakai Chambly.
Yeah, and he had him. I mean, he had Chambly. Now, there was some interference in terms of vision right there, and that I believe is what got in the way. I mean, he kind of threw it through a defender, and the official was kind of in the way. Chambly was trying to catch that ball while he was running through the doorway. You know what I mean? He couldn't really locate it. So, how about that? Not 2 3-and-outs, but a 3-and-out for St. George's here on their first offensive possession. Both defenses coming up with big stops.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. Battle in the trenches has gone to the defensive line on both of these initial drives for these two teams, and now Middletown back to receive this punt. St. George's punting from their own 21 with 7:29 to go, and some of those playmakers are sitting back there for the Cavs that we talked about.
Oh, there's a block.
And he blocked it. Blocked the punt, and you said they're going to have to jump on it I'm not sure if that's in the end zone or the 1 yard line. It's going to be at the
1
1 yard line, so they don't give away points. You mentioned the Middletown special teams. We talked about it in the pregame show. Some of those stats were staggering, and now we get a chance to see it on the field tonight.
And that was Duro Jai, number 25. He's got already 2. That was his second or third, if I'm not mistaken, blocked kick of the year, whether it be a punt or an extra point. He gets the job done off the edge, and once again, the Cavaliers special teams coming up with another block.
You mentioned 3 blocked kicks in a year is a fantastic stat to have, but just through 3 games, he's got 3 blocked kicks and punts, and that Middletown special teams coming up huge here early in this one with 7:22 to go here still in the first quarter, and now in comes Colby Chambers and the offense, or I believe it's a different quarterback out there.
Yeah, it's still
Middletown.
Chambers. It is still Chambers.
Yeah.
Number 10's at the H-back, though. Ryan Cheaton.
He'll take handoff to Pearson up the middle. He's
what a
met
hit.
at the line of scrimmage, and they're not going to let him get in. He's stuffed on first down.
Donovan Delaney came up and met him at the point of attack, and there was no driving through Delaney. That was a grown man play right there by Delaney.
So 2nd and goal coming up now from the 2 yard line. Under 7 minutes and ticking now as Mason Murphy will check in the game for Middletown, the slot receiver.
Yeah, we're approaching the midway point of the first quarter already, Nick. A lot of running, a lot of defensive stops.
Chambers will take the snap. This time they're going to give to Pearson the other way, and it's going to be close. Ball's out into the end zone, and we're going to see who jumped on it here, and it's going to be
They said he was down.
Down by
contact.
contact.
Yeah. Then number 36, Tyrell Martin, came up, and again, great job by the St. George's defense. They're not giving an inch.
Again, they had it 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. That is the Cavaliers. And after 2 plays are looking at 3rd and goal from the 1. You said it, Pat. Phenomenal job by that defensive line up front and nowhere to run. And now a big 3rd down upcoming.
At some point here, Middletown's got to run the ball up the middle. Those were 2 plays they tried to string off tackle, and they were unsuccessful. Let's see if they go up the middle.
They do to Pearson. Let's see if he can get there. He's trying to push his way in. It's a stalemate at the line of scrimmage. He might have been pushed in. Not sure if waiting for the call right now. No call.
Yeah, the officials didn't blow their whistle. They didn't stop, but his forward progress was
And
done.
how about that? They're going to give him a touchdown after some discussion. He was met at the line of scrimmage, and it looked like maybe he was stalled up there, but able to push his way in as Pearson from 1 yard out.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, I got to give props to St. George's defensive front up there. That was not easy for Middletown. And it took a really good effort by Pearson to punch that one through.
So Middletown, they strike first here at home, and they take a quick 6-0 lead over St. George's. Still 6:06 to play here in the first quarter. And now on for the extra point attempt is number 67.
Well, it's blocked. St. George's got a piece of that one. So that's no good. How about that? We've seen 2 special team blocks here, Nick.
We talked about the lines and the battle in the trenches, and they're getting through here. Defense and special teams doing their part in this first quarter. The blocked extra point, and now 6-0 with 6:06 to play here in the first quarter.
Absolutely. The Cavaliers turn in the blocked punt into a touchdown. It's a good start if you're Middletown. I don't see a whole lot of movement with these 2 defenses out here. You got to take advantage when you get these opportunities. Advantage right there. Middletown taking advantage of the special teams block.
So out to kick for Middletown is number 62.
Back deep, number 5, Lamar Wright, as well as number 28, Casey Dorsey. I believe is who that is.
So St. George's, they were stuffed on offense 3 and out their first possession. And we'll see what they do with it. Dorsey's going to field it at the 15. Tries to follow the blocks, has some room, gets to about the 30-35 before he's finally wrestled down at about the 38-yard line, I believe. So some decent field position upcoming for St. George's.
Yeah, it's a good run back there for St. George's, setting them up around the 36, 37-yard line, wherever. They're somewhere around there.
Get him out to the 40. Wow.
Yeah, that's 36, 37. So yeah, let's see what St. George's does. Much better field position than their first possession.
Starting to smell maybe some of that
man, I do, man. That
concession stand burgers around here making their way up into the press box.
Smelling it.
Here we go, double slot look now for Wilson, who will just take it himself off the read, and he's going to pick up double-digit yards, give him about 11 and a first down for St. George's, their first of the ball game.
That's just great blocking up front. They got to their assignment, they made the lane, and patient running there by Wilson to pick up the 11 yards. I mean, that's just beautiful execution.
And Wilson, a bigger quarterback than you're used to seeing, and he's going to take some defenders with him throughout the game. Middletown going to have to be ready for the running style of Wilson. And now another double slot look with one back and behind him in the pistol. He'll turn and give to Sanchez up the middle, breaks a tackle in the backfield and picks up 5. So yards after contact big that time for Giovanni Sanchez.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, if you're watching at home, this is the first time you're seeing Giovanni Sanchez, you can understand why the young man has as many touchdowns and many yards as he does. Runs the football hard. He's not overly big, but he runs hard, and he is quick.
Phenomenal game when we had him opening weekend at Appoquinimink. Had to average close to 6-7 yards per carry in that one. And this time, facing a tough Middletown defense. So now slot to the right. Pistol formation again. Wilson in the shotgun. Has some movement up front. Going to snap it. We'll see if there's a flag. There isn't. They're going to turn and give to Sanchez. Gets to the 40. Propels forward for more first down yardage. And a new set of downs upcoming for the Hawks.
Yeah, Sanchez does a good job there following his blocks. He stayed patient and jutted, make sure he got his first down yardage. That's just good, smart football right there by Giovanni Sanchez.
So 1st and 10 into Middletown territory are the Hawks. They'll have it at the Middletown 40, 4:39 and ticking here in first quarter action. St. George's trailing 6-0. 2 receivers, bottom of your screen. Pistol. Wilson will take the snap. This time play action. It's Lamar Wright on the end around. Cuts it upfield, but a great job of staying home by the Cavalier defense.
It was, and you know what? You got to give props right there. Is number 11, Jonathan Wiltshire, coming up and staying home. He's the one that kind of blew that play up. He's not going to get the tackle, but he's the one that came up and slowed that play down. That could have been big yardage. You got to give props to 11 in blue out there.
Coach said set the edge. He did just that and prevents a big play on the trick play, if you will, and now a whistle out on the field. And I believe maybe a timeout, or we'll wait and see.
Coach Wilson wants something. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Maybe they found something wrong with Lamar Wright as he's going to check out of the ball game. And in checks in number 16, Cheyenne Beal, the senior. So maybe they saw something on Lamar Wright. Nilsson will take the snap as Wilson. Now he's got some pressure in the pocket. Has to get out of the pocket. He's going to let it go deep down the sideline. He's got a man down there, and it's a touchdown for St. George's.
Nair Wilson just making it happen out there, Nick. Danger everywhere around him. He gets just enough time, and he flings a perfect throw across the field, 45 yards for the touchdown. Wow.
Tyreek Martin on the other end of that one down the sideline. You said it. What arm strength. Had some pressure in the pocket, averted the pressure, and just flick of the wrist down the sideline. One-on-one coverage, and his man Tyreek Martin made the play for the big score. And just like that, St. George's knotting things up at 6.
I mean, Cody Harris Miller was all over that. He blew that play up from Jump Street, ran through Sanchez as a running back. But the presence of mind there and the patience and not panicking by Wilson ends up in the touchdown. That's a great play, man. What a play.
On for the extra point is Julio Lopez as a late man runs on for the Hawks. A chance to take the lead 7-6. 3:42 to go still here in the first quarter, and it's been a good first quarter so far. Here's the snap. The hold is down, and the kick is up. And it is good. So just like that, the Hawks, they take a 7-6 lead here in the first quarter after the touchdown and extra point.
Yeah, and you know what? We talked about the big playability here for St. George's, and most of the time it's been on the ground, but that time they're able to make it happen in the air. And, that was a good response after the special teams blunder and the touchdown by Middletown. That's a heck of an answer by St. George's right there.
Yeah, you said it. After the special teams getting a blocked punt in Middletown, taking it in from the 1-yard line, you said it. Great poise to get the ball back and go down the field for St. George's. Again, great possession for Nair Wilson, and had his man Tyreek Martin on the big 45-yard touchdown down the sideline. So now Middletown going to look to answer that as they're ready to receive this kickoff with 3:42 still to go in the first quarter. Pearson's back there, as well as Tart.
Yeah, these two guys are electrifying back deep. St. George's has to make sure they get down here and cover this kick.
So Tart will field it at the 15, looking for somewhere to go. Has a little bit of a hole, makes a cut outside. Back inside, great return by Tart. He's at the 40, 45, and pushed out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Some nice cuts that time on the return.
Yeah, you can see in the open field, Zaire Tart is extremely difficult to contain. Very, very good with his quick twitch, his fast twitch, and that's another good return. Again, out towards midfield like he did on the opening kickoff, setting the Cavaliers up with a really good offensive possession here, or field position.
Chambers will lead the offense back out there. Rodney Bond, as well as Zach Caldwell, the receivers, and Mason Murphy, your slot man, bottom of your screen. 2 backs for Chambers. He'll take the snap. Lost the ball as he tried to throw it. Almost going to be scooped up, and it's going to be, I believe, recovered by Middletown. So a nice play that time to get back on it.
53, that's Glenn Buckner ends up falling on it, but Coach Wilson and Coach Sibley are going to be sick to their stomach when you see Tyrell Martin try to scoop and score, fall on the ball, cradle that thing.
You're right. I mean, it looked for a second as if the scoop and score was in play, but unable to reel it in, and Middletown catches a big break that time. So 2nd and about 30 after the mishap on offense from the Cavaliers. It looked as though Chambers just went to throw, and it just slipped right out of the back of his hand.
Yeah, Middletown lucky to get away and still have possession right here.
Double slot now on 2nd and 30. They're going to throw a screen out to Tart on the right side and nowhere to run. St. George's colliding together there to make the play.
They were all over that. Number 34, Bo ride out was just there's just no fooling it, and St. George is all over that game. Not much room there for Tart.
I believe it was a loss on the play, though not reflected on the scoreboard. It was. So now 2nd and 35, under 3 minutes, or 3rd and 35. Excuse me. Good, thank you, Pat. Under 3 minutes to go now, and we'll see what Middletown decides to do on offense here with a large 3rd down to look at.
Well, 3rd and a green mile, and no one's out here covering. Caldwell, they could have got that to him.
1-on-1 coverage, bottom of the screen. We'll see if they go after it. Chambers steps up in the pocket. He's going to launch one down the field. He's got a man open if he can get there, but unable to follow underneath that one, just a little bit too far out in front of him for number 14, Rodney Bond, Pat.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, Chambers had him. That was a touchdown. It but just a little bit too strong on the throw there. And I'll tell you what, St. George's got lucky on that one.
Yeah, you saw Coach Sibley and Coach Earl were mad about the scoop and score. They're going to go have a word with their secondary after that 3rd and long one. I can already see it now. Sibs on the sideline. In my own head, I've been a part of it. 2:34 to go now, and a long 4th down upcoming for Middletown. The punting team out there now on 4th and 35.
Yeah, I mean 3rd and 35. The one thing you can't do is let them get behind you.
Fair catch by Lamar Wright as he is able to maintain that one. Great job on the return, and St. George's with good field position here as they'll start just inside their own territory at about the 46.
And you know what? I say this every game. I'm going to continue to say it because I feel like it was lost during the last decade or so. I got to give props to Lamar Wright. Came up fair, caught the ball, and caught the punt. It was gone from high school football, I felt like, for a very long time, where unless that punt was perfectly kicked to you, people were afraid to touch it. Poison was called. Get away from it.
Yeah.
Field position's a key part of this game, and that's how you save it right there. So got to give props where props is due. Job Lamar Wright.
So Nair Wilson back on the field just moments after throwing that 45-yard touchdown to Martin, and we'll see what they do. Trips to the left out of the pistol. He'll turn and give to Sanchez up the middle, and once again, the defensive line of Middletown ready for it.
Yeah, great job there. That was Jaden Wheeler sucking that one up and making the play. Yeah, good 1st down stop.
So now 2nd and about 8 at the 48-yard line, upcoming 2:10 and ticking still here in the 1st quarter. 7-6 lead for the road team, St. George's, looking to get their 3rd win of the year. A tough loss in a shootout last week to top-ranked Hodson, the defending state champions. And back-to-back tough matchups for the Hawks.
Absolutely.
Trips top of the screen, pistol formation now for Wilson. Hard count, they don't jump, and he'll take it. He'll play action. Still in the pocket, going to get rid of it, and almost intercepted. It is! What a pick!
Wow! What a hands catch there. That's Drew Beckford high pointing that ball and holding on to it. What a play by the Cavalier secondary member there.
Yeah, Wilson, I think he saw him, just tried to float it over his head, and a nice play, like you mentioned, in the secondary, and a turnover for Middletown. And now they'll get the ball back here at their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10, 1:42 to go here in the first quarter. They trail 7-6.
Beckford, a sophomore. This Cavalier team does have some youth sprinkled in here, and Beckford right there making a heck of a play, perhaps a top 10 nominee.
So Middletown, they're coming out. We'll see if they decide to go with the sudden change. Slot to the left, they're just going to turn and hand off to Pearson, and now a late flag comes in as he's got no gain.
They're going to end up getting William George here on a hold, number 36 on that play. Tyrell Martin really set the edge good, and, he just couldn't help it.
And, Pat, one thing we haven't seen yet that, surprises me a little bit, no look at Ben Martin, who one of the talented running backs for Middletown. Haven't had a chance to see him on the field yet. I know you mentioned he missed a game so far this year.
Yeah, unsure what's going on. Don't want to speculate anything. But, yeah, that's it's definitely one part of that Cavalier backfield that's not out there tonight.
So the penalty will back Middletown.
1:36 to go here in the first quarter. Those holding penalties are crucial, Nick. It hurt them on their opening drive, and now this one.
Yeah, the spot foul is going to back them up first and very long. It's a second straight possession where Middletown's faced a very long couple downs. They're going to just fire it down the sideline looking for his man. That was Caldwell, but just out of his reach, and now 2nd and long.
Yeah, they had Caldwell on the wheel route. St. George's had okay coverage on that one, but again, another overthrow by Chambers. He's a little bit long on these deep passes here tonight.
Yeah, big game here at home. Just needs time to settle down a little bit here with 1:32 remaining in the first quarter. Trips top of your screen. Empty set now for Chambers and Middletown. Quick fire to the sideline looking for Caldwell again, and over his head that time, and now very long 3rd down upcoming.
Again, Chambers got to get on top of the football here. It's sailing on him. If you're St. George's, you're more than fine with that. Another 3rd and long. This is where this defense wants to be. This is where they feel comfortable.
So we'll see what Middletown draws up here on 3rd and 22, the second consecutive 3rd and 20 plus on back-to-back drives for Middletown. We'll see what they do here.
Yeah, definitely not where they want to be.
Chambers takes a snap out of the gun, going to quickly look right. Pressure coming, has to avoid it. Now going to step up in the pocket, has Caldwell deep down the field, and he makes the catch. What a play that time on 3rd and a mile for the Middletown offense.
3rd time's the charm, right? He missed them long the last 3 times. That time Chambers was able to put it out there, let his receiver make a play. And once again, the St. George's secondary allowing the receiver to get behind them. That's something they definitely got to clean up here. You can't be giving up 40-yard plays like that.
You mentioned it, Pat. 3 straight targets for Caldwell. He reels in that 3rd one for a huge gain. And now 1st and 10 from the 24. Chambers is going to turn, give up the middle to Pearson, breaks a tackle, picks up a few yards, and still not down, but they're going to whistle him down after about 2 or 3.
Yep, and eventually brought down on the play there by Martin as well as Donovan Delaney. But, the running game hasn't been there for the Cavs. St. George's has done a great job against the run, and right now it's just been a few big plays, right? Special teams and now through the air.
Yeah, before the game, quickly, we mentioned secondary would be one of the key factors in this one tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw Hodson kind of take that route in the second half against them last week, and they ended up airing it out through the air and putting up a bunch of points. And we're seeing Middletown take that same approach here tonight, and a couple big 3rd down plays and a couple of big pass plays, and now a chance for more. 2nd and 8, under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chambers will take the snap, give right to Pearson again, and there's that D-line.
Yeah, great job. Once again, Martin, he started that one off, kept it indoors, and then it was cleaned up by Bo Rideout. And that should do it here for the first quarter, Nick. We're approaching 10 seconds. I don't think we'll see the Cavs take another snap.
Action-packed first quarter. All aspects of the ball, special teams, offense, defense. We are seeing it all here in the first quarter from Cavaliers Stadium. After one, a 7-6 lead, an extra point, all that separates these two teams. St. George's, they lead Middletown 7-6. We'll be right back here with second quarter action.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from SODEL Concepts. SODEL Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At SODEL Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
And welcome back live inside Delaware Live Sports. Second quarter action about to get underway here at Cavaliers Stadium. An action-packed first quarter, Pat. 7-6, St. George's leads by an extra point after one.
It was a great opening quarter of football. Two evenly matched teams, and right now, blocked extra points, the only difference.
Empty set again for Chambers. They're going to try to take advantage of that secondary, and a nice shot that time on third down, and he's going to pick up about 7. And that's going to bring up 4th and short.
Yeah, Caldwell on the catch. Lamar Wright did a good job keeping it in front of him, coming up and securing the tackle. And you're exactly right. It sets up a 4th down for the Cavs.
So 4th and about 5. Murphy will check in. 19-yard line is where the ball sits right now, deep in St. George's territory. So the big play this drive was the deep pass to Caldwell on 3rd and 22. And now trips to the right out of the gun. Pearson going to form empty as he heads to the top of the screen. He'll take the snap. He's looking left. Has to escape the pocket. Still looking left. Going to fire left into the end zone. And he's got his man. Michael Pearson went to the motion out to the slot, and he runs into the end zone. 19-yard touchdown. Chambers to Pearson.
Chambers, that was a dime, right? That was an absolute dime. Keeps the play alive with his feet. Rolls out to the far sideline. Throws across his body. And, I mean, perfect. Couldn't have dropped it out there any better to Pearson for the tutty.
Touchdown, Middletown. They take the lead back here, 12-7, awaiting the extra point attempt. And we mentioned that that's secondary for St. George's. Hodson had success through the air last week, and now we're seeing Middletown early in this one air the ball out with success. And now an extra point. Snap is down. Kick is up and through. So 13-7, 11:09 to play here in the second quarter, and Middletown back on top at home.
Yeah, I mean, again, these teams seem to be answering each other back and forth, right? I mean, you saw a turnover there by St. George's, and boom, Middletown takes advantage on a beautiful throw from Chambers to Pearson.
Chambers just a bit off on a couple of those first throws, just had to settle down a little bit, and then now he's starting to hit some of these deep throws very nicely, especially on that last drive. A big one to Caldwell, and then finishing it off to Pearson for the 19-yard score. And now St. George, as you said it, Pat, going to look to go punch for punch here and answer.
You know what else I've seen a renaissance of? I talked about the punts. I see a good amount of guys out here with turf tape on, man. I haven't seen turf tape in about 20 years since Madden 08.
You're right about that, as that one's going to be fielded and dropped in about the 20. So that's where St. George will begin this drive, 11:04 to go in the second quarter. But you know what? You're right, Pat.
Seriously, man. Back in the original My Player days, I know a lot of you youngsters out there only know that from NBA 2K, but you had the My Career mode in Madden originally, dude. It was awesome.
And they had one in the 2K version of Madden, I think, with Terrell Owens on the cover.
Yeah, that was sick.
You can have your house and everything.
That was my favorite
right?
game, dude. That really was one of my favorites.
So St. George's, they're trailing by 6 now after the touchdown pass from Wilson on the last time around. Nice flick of the wrist, and he was able to score to Tyreek Martin on a big 45-yard touchdown. And here's the next drive. Wilson will take the snap, jet motion for Lamar Wright. They're just going to give it to him. He's going to pick up some yards on first down, Pat.
He is. It was a great cutback, and on the cutback, the defense is off balance. You're going to get a face mask right here on the carry by Wright.
So 10:58 to go, second quarter action. 13-7, Middletown, and the call. Pat Romo's on it, personal foul, face mask.
Got to tell you, Nick, I'm real excited. We're going to see what's going to happen here after that penalty. That's a terrible Tony Romo impersonation. I apologize to all the viewers at home.
No, that was good, Pat.
That was a 15-yarder, man.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Another penalty hurting the Cavaliers. I mean, they've had 2 of them hurt them offensively. Now they made up for the one hold. We were able to get the long pass, but here you're giving yardage up via penalty. That's never good.
So now we'll see what St. George is here on 1st and 10. That's going to put them at their own 39. Now heavy formation for them Wilson going to turn handoff to Sanchez, gets through that initial line of scrimmage through the hole and picks up 3 or 4. So as much as it looked like a hole was there, they went double tight, heavy formation, and only a gain of 3 or 4. Both defensive lines are still doing their thing here so far in this one.
They are, right? But you know what? If you're able to get past that initial front, that means the offensive line is doing their job, right? You're still ahead of schedule with a 4-yard gain on first down. That's where you want to live.
Probably the most successful run of the night so far for Giovanni Sanchez and the St. George's offense. So 2nd and about 6. Motion for right. Wilson will fake it. He's going to keep it himself. Gets upfield, close to that first down marker at about the 48. So 3rd and very short upcoming.
Wilson made the correct decision on that one. He held the ball in the gut for a little bit, rode him, waited. That DN committed to the running back, pulled it, and he had a wide open running lane, setting up the 3rd down and short. Great execution by the Hawks quarterback there.
So could be 2-down territory. St. George at the 49. They need 1 here on 3rd down.
Watch the sneak, Nick. Watch the sneak.
Wilson would be the perfect quarterback to do it with. Very successful on the ground and going to get a good initial punch. It's going to be a fullback dive up the middle here on 3rd and 1, and he's going to have enough to get it.
Yeah, it's going to be Martin right there.
Tyrell Martin.
Good, strong run by Tyrell. Hold that ball, though, young man. He only had one hand on that football. You want to tuck that thing away.
49-yard line. So into Middletown territory goes St. George's. 9:30 to go still here in the second quarter. 13-7 lead for Middletown.
This is what St. George's wants to do, right? They want to ground and pound, continue to pick up first downs, wear you down, and then eventually score at the end of it. But they want to control the game on the ground and control the clock as well.
Double slot, motion for Lamar Wright. He's going to take the handoff in the backfield, and he is stuffed at that line of scrimmage and taken down on a loss.
That is just wonderful execution there by number 51, Cody Harris Miller. I mean, it was a stretch run. The defensive end came up and stopped it, and Miller just scraped down the line and waited for the cutback and made the play. That's just wonderful execution.
Textbook that time for the Middletown defense, and now 2nd and about 12 upcoming. Double slot formation, Wilson in the gun. He'll take the snap, looking to throw to the right side, has his man out near the sideline. That's Chambly in on the reception. Give him, some good yardage. That time he's going to be close to that first down marker.
That's a smart play by Wilson, right? The senior quarterback. You anticipate that, right? You had a 2nd down and long. You take what the defense gets you. You set yourself up with 3rd and 4. It's 3rd and manageable now.
You said it, 3rd and manageable.
You don't always have to get the big play. That was a smart play to set yourself up in more than likely 2-down territory here to get yourself 5 yards.
So you said it, 3rd and manageable. Pistol look for St. George's. Wilson in the gun. He'll take the snap, play action. Now going to get out of the pocket to the left. Fire to the left. His man makes the catch, and then there's going to be a pass interference as well, I believe. But Tyreek Martin, he had the touchdown catch, and then a big first down catch that time near the sideline.
Martin, great job of coming back for the football instead of waiting for it to come to him. He works his way back. He drew the penalty, but even with that, he was able to make the catch. So great execution once again here by St. George's. They're putting together a really good drive here. Really good drive.
And a nice play action fake by Wilson that time, then able to get out of the pocket. Pass interference will go against Middletown as we had suggested. But a nice play by Tyreek Martin. 2nd catch of the night. First one went for a touchdown.
I like St. George's and what they do. They got the old school version of calling plays, right? Quarterback comes to the sideline, gets the play, runs it into the huddle. No armbands, okay, everyone's going to check. This is what we're doing. Let's go. I believe you're going to probably see a timeout here. I'm not sure what we're seeing. There's a lot of potential confusion going on.
Confusion with the chains after the pass interference
Maybe they
call.
took the penalty because of the yardage, Nick, because it is a 15-yard penalty.
And it looks as though they probably will do just that, as the ball seems to be placed a little bit deeper into Middletown territory than we had suggested after the catch. So either way, though, St. George's 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. 7:46 to go here in the first half. So St. George's looking for a score here.
That they are, and they've gotten it done on both sides here. They've ran the football and they've hit a couple passes too. So they're making plays.
Motion for Lamar Wright. Wilson will play action. They set up a screen to
Middle
Martin on the
screen.
left side. Tries a reverse field, gets upfield after a short gain, so the screen will go for 3 or 4.
Yeah, that was a good job there by the Middletown defense, just staying at home. Derek Burke realized what was coming, faded back, and ended up making the tackle. I mean, that's only a 2-yard gain. That was a really good job there by the Middletown defense. That play could have been big if you weren't disciplined.
2nd and 8, 7:02 to go. 26-yard line now for St. George's. Chambly will head to the top of the screen. Lamar Wright out there in the slot. And then tight end to the left side, and a pistol look for Wilson. He'll take the snap on 2nd and 8. Counter gap to this time to Sanchez. Gets up the middle, and you said it earlier, a nice hold by that offensive line this time for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, they're creating this space, and that's allowing these running backs, Sanchez or whoever, to get to the second level. And what that usually means is that's at least 3 yards, right? I mean, that's usually where the linebackers are setting up at. So that's a great job by that offensive line of St. George's, and you end up picking up 5 yards. Again, 3rd down and manageable. You're ahead of schedule here. This is where you want to be if you're the Hawks.
And another thing you mentioned atop the broadcast, Pat, was controlling the ball and the time of possession. St. George is doing a great job here of getting the ball at the start of the second quarter and pretty much working 6 minutes off the clock here, able to run the ball and pick up first downs on 3rd down. But here we go, 3rd and 3, another 3rd down opportunity for the Hawks. It's going to be a fullback give up the middle to Martin, and not much running room.
Burke once again setting the tone up front, number 42, and making the play. Not to mention Cody Harris-Miller helping clean that up as well. Yeah, the fullback dive was not there. And 4-down territory here, Nick. You're going to see the St. George's Hawks go for it.
So no gain that time on the carry from Martin, makes it 4th and 3. 5:28 to go in the first half. So you said it, a big 4th down upcoming. Middletown trying to hold on to this 13-7 lead here in the first half.
Yeah, and right now, if you're St. George's, this is a long drive. You don't want to see this end without any points, right? You've taken a lot of clock up. You've really executed well. You want points.
Double tight formation, motion. They're going to turn, give to Sanchez, and he is stuffed. Nowhere to run. That Middletown defense making a play on 4th down.
And once again, it's Duro Jaye coming through, number 25, really hitting the gap, and there's nothing he could do. And it's a tremendous job there by the Middletown defense. They sent everyone. They knew what was coming. And that's a big stop for Middletown. Like I said, that's one that'll deflate the sails a little bit. St. George's controls almost 7 minutes of game time here, and they come away with nothing.
4th and 3, they went double tight, heavy formation and tried to pound it with power to the left side. Familiar with that play myself. Used to run that a little bit back in the day, but that defensive line, you said it was ready, Pat, and they answered the call. Middletown, they take over on downs. Here comes the motion now to the right side. Chambers will turn, give up the middle to Pearson, makes a cut, and picks up a few on 1st down.
Yeah, Pearson, good job. And, again, that's a good 1st down play, 4 yards or so. Martin coming up from the safety spot to make the tackle.
So now the St. George's defense going to have to step up and make a play after the turnover on downs, but didn't give up great field position to the Middletown offense after that. Like you mentioned, nice long drive from St. George's. So Middletown will start at the 24-yard line, I believe. And now it'll be 2nd and long. Or, 2nd and 5. Secondary going to have to shift late into that play as they give it to Pearson. Tries to bounce it outside, but a nice job containing the edge that time.
Yeah, tremendous job there. Donovan Delaney staying at home, not settling for the fancy footwork. That's just, I'll tell you what, these St. George's guys, man, they are just sound football players. I mean, Middletown, we've come to expect that. St. George's had some struggling years of recent, remembrance, but this defense is really, really, really playing well. I mean, that's a tough open field tackle Delaney just made.
So up-tempo offense, trips top of the screen for Chambers. He's going to take the snap on 3rd down. Fire down the sideline, one-on-one coverage out of the reach of Caldwell. There was a miscommunication in the secondary before the play. Chambers tried to rush the snap to get the matchup he wanted, and he did just overthrow him that time.
Yeah, another overthrow there. I'm not going to lie, though. Lamar Wright had good coverage on that. It was going to take a perfect throw from Chambers to come up with that completion. Missed opportunity here for Middletown. Really seized momentum in this game as we approach halftime.
And you mentioned it. It was a miscommunication, but Lamar Wright did such a great job to get back in the field of play and recover and get great coverage down the sideline. It's going to lead to a Middletown punt. The snap and punt is up. It's going to be high and wait for the fair catch, and it's going to take a bounce, and it's going to take a Middletown bounce into St. George's territory.
Yeah, down to the 30-yard line there. That one Lamar couldn't get up to. He fair caught it, which is smart, right? You know that if you got to run up too far, that those gunners are going to be on you. Once it bounces, though, it can be tricky, and that's a skill. Mm-hmm. That's even more of a skill to be able to feel the ball off the bounce, because the way the football is shaped, it's very unpredictable how that thing's going to bounce once it hits the ground. Smart play, save the possession. Now St. George's they're a little bit out of their comfort zone, right? They got to work fast here. Only 3:43 remaining.
They do get the 3 and out on the defensive side of things, and they get the ball back now, and they're going to open it up out of the shotgun. Double slot, one back sits next to Wilson. It's going to be a design quarterback run and a couple shifty moves there just to get a yard or two, making something out of nothing.
Yeah, but that's just good pressure up front by that Middletown defensive line. Lionel Christie, number 73, the nose guard's initial pressure on that. There was just very little room on that play.
And again, St. George is going to be smart here as well. They've done a great job of controlling the time of possession, especially here in the second quarter, and 3:13 and ticking. You see they're going to take their time in the huddle.
Well, and you know, Nick, I mentioned this in the beginning of the broadcast. This is exactly what St. George's wanted. They're going to get the ball with a chance to score before the half, and then they get the ball coming out of the break. So, they're in no rush. Pat.
Wilson going to fake the give to Sanchez. They're going to set up screen
play
to him. Has to break a tackle. But how about that defensive play? The ball is out. Not sure if they're going to mark him down. They do. But what a play by Middletown defensively.
Casey Hackett, he eyed that play up. He saw it coming. Screen. Everyone else was completely out of position. They got completely fooled by it. But Casey Hackett was able to keep his cool, recognize what was coming, and come up and make a game-saving potential play there, because Sanchez had a lot of room to run.
You said if he was able to break that tackle, Pat, he could have been off to the races. What a read. Good play call by Coach Wilson and company, but an even better defensive play that time.
No, that was a really good play call by Coach Wilson, and it's just a better play by Hackett.
So here we go. They're going to go trips, top of your screen, empty formation for Wilson. Straight drop back out of the gun. Here comes the pressure. Has to step up. Going to have to avert some tacklers in the pocket. He does just that. Then he's going to get rid of it. Deep down the field, and he's got his man. What a play by Wilson as he's able to fire deep down the field, creating some time in the pocket, and he hits his receiver. Who else but Tyreek Martin deep down the field?
I tell you what, man, that's the second play that Wilson's made where he has just scramble drilled, somehow found a way to get away and get rid of the ball on the run, 40-plus yards. I mean, that's impressive. Impressive job there by Nair Wilson. Channeling his inner like Donovan McNabb, Mike Vick almost, man.
I mean, talk about
Doug
the pocket
Flutie.
awareness. Doug Flutie.
It's all of them.
The pocket awareness by Wilson, and then the flick of the wrist. Fantastic play by the quarterback. Right back in the shotgun, he goes on first down. Design quarterback run. Leaps over the line of scrimmage, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. So 126 and ticking now for St. George's. It'll be second down after that first down carry for no yards, but a phenomenal play in the pocket by Wilson.
Yeah, and then this play, Cody Harris-Miller makes the stop. Timeout St. George's, 125. They want to keep their chances out there. But you're right. I mean, if Wilson doesn't make that play, they're punting the ball back to Middletown, who still has their timeouts left, and they could go down and potentially expand their lead a little bit. But it was a big-time play there, and they're still on line, right, to try and get the double score, right? Score before the half and then get the ball in the second half kickoff.
That's Pat Romo back at it again. You've been all the last 2 weeks. You've come back with a vengeance here to the booth. And, Pat, another thing. Here we talked in our pre-broadcast meeting, just going over some of the things on the St. George's offense. We talked about Tyreek Martin, and you said Tyreek Martin or Tyreek Hill. Well, today he's looking a little bit like Tyreek Hill beating that secondary.
He is. I mean, he's been able to get behind the Middletown secondary a few times, and two of them have been big-time plays for St. George's. So, those are the kind of plays you need to make, especially with your season on the line. You don't want to be staring at 2-2 in a 7-game season and a tough Flight A.
So, again, out of the timeout, both teams going to take the field here. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line, 1:25 for Coach Wilson and Nair Wilson in the offense and company here. And again, you mentioned it a few times already, looking to score and get the ball back in the third. So again, 125, second down. Middletown did call the timeout. So important play coming up here on second down. And they're going to stay tight here is St. George's. Tight to the left, I formation for Wilson. He's going to turn. It's going to be play action. Has to get it up. End of the pocket. He's going to fire to the end zone. And he's got his man. Touchdown.
Wow. What an adjustment made there by number 10, Elijah Alexander. That ball was thrown up for grabs, Nick, and he was turned the wrong way, and he just had enough time. And that's athletic in itself, to be able to turn around, keep your stride, and get under the ball and make the catch. Wow.
24-yard touchdown, Elijah Alexander. Are used to hearing him on the defensive side of the ball, at defensive end, getting sacks and making tackles. This time he's hauling in a big touchdown pass from his friend Nair Wilson, and just like that, St. George's a chance to take the lead here in the second quarter.
It's what St. George's wanted to do, score and then get the ball in the second half. The only problem is that they do have to give Middletown the ball back with about, with 1:17 left. But what a drive by St. George's on that one.
14-13, 1:17 to go, still here in the second quarter. We knew we had a good one on hand here at Cavaliers Stadium, and it is answering the call here on Friday, November 13th. And again, not Friday the 13th for these two offenses. They look good here in the first half. Now, like you mentioned, 1:17 for Colby Chambers and company to work with. They've had some success through the air as well in this first half. See if they look to that here.
Yeah, and I believe all three of their timeouts, if I'm not mistaken. So the two timeouts, okay. Yeah, they got a chance here, and it's going to be set up off of this run. Let's see what, Tart's had two good ones earlier in this game. Let's see what he can do here.
And let's see if they kick it deep to him as well.
That's a good point.
Lopez, the kicker, out for St. George's. You don't want to give them good field position either here with 1:17 to work with, so we'll see what they decide to do, and they're going to kick it away.
They do kick it away from him.
I believe that's going to be Pearson. Who's going to
Mason Murphy.
Mason Murphy, the slot receiver, getting in on the special teams action, carries it out, and going to give Middletown good field position at about the 35.
Yeah, you can see Mason Murphy. They kicked it away from Tart. But Murphy did what he could do there. He had to field that one on a bounce, and that's always a tougher return when that's the case. It wasn't very deep, and at the 34-yard line with a minute 12 left, I wouldn't be shocked if you see Coach Blum call two plays here. Be like, look, we're going to get up on the ball, we're going to run this, and then let's go up in the no huddle, and let's see what they do. I'm not sure. That's the ultimate Pat Romo right there. I just threw out there, Nick. If they do that, then you know what? I may have to retire from the broadcasting gig.
And Chambers, Pat, his go-to guy so far has been Caldwell, number 16. And again, the St. George's secondary going to have to step up here with 1:17, firing toward the sideline. Dangerous pass, but it is complete over to Tart. He's going to catch it, and maybe not, shouldn't have not have, with 1:03. The clock's going to continue to run and no gain.
Tamir White came up and did his job. He sat in the flat. He came up, he hit the receiver, and that was just great coverage there.
You mentioned up-tempo offense, Pat. Here it is. Trips top of the screen, no huddle. He's going to take the snap. His Chambers out of the gun. Here comes the pressure. Has to avert it. Out of the pocket. Going to fire across the middle of the field. Incomplete. Looking for his man. I believe it was Tart in the middle of the field and unable to get there. So just like that, Pat, third down.
Yeah, good pressure once again off the edge by St. George's. I believe that was number 8 coming off the edge there, Donovan Delaney. And, that forced Chambers to have to throw the football on the run. It's never easy to do.
So 3rd and 10, 43 seconds to go. A big upcoming third down for Middletown. We'll see maybe if they throw the ball or if they're going to run it to try to take off some time off the clock here still. So it could go many ways, and we'll see what Chambers and the offense do. Trips top of your screen.
St. George's, you cannot let the receivers get behind you.
And they're just going to give it up the middle to Pearson, and he's going to be close to first down yardage, but not quite there. So it's going to be 4th down and short, and I believe a timeout.
No timeout
from St. George's.
I thought St. George's maybe
content with heading to the locker room?
It's what it seems like, because they know they're getting the ball coming out of the break.
Yeah, so don't want to force any unnecessary errors, it looks like, for St. George's. And Middletown going to sit out on the field here with 19 seconds, and that might just well be the last play of the first half, as you see Middletown starting to unbuckle their chin straps, and that's going to do it here, Pat.
Yeah, the players unhappy. They want to go for it, but you know what? You got to be smart here, okay? It's 4th down. Incomplete pass. Next thing you know, you're giving St. George's the ball in good field position. with time left, I understand where Coach Blum's head's at there. He's like, you know what, let's just take this thing. Let's not take a risk. If it was third down, maybe they go for it. Maybe they do run a play there. But with the fact that it was fourth down and there's a chance for a turnover on downs, that was too much of a risk.
You said it, and what a phenomenal first half we had here live from Cavaliers Stadium after 2 quarters of play, 14-13. St. George's leads by just an extra point here on the road. Second half action coming up after the break right here on Delaware Live Sports.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from SODEL Concepts. SODEL Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At SODEL Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in. Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier?
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from SODEL Concepts. SODEL Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At SODEL Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in. Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier?
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from SODEL Concepts. SODEL Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At SODEL Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in. Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier?
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from SODEL Concepts. SODEL Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At SODEL Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in. Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier?
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect. And welcome back live inside Delaware Live Sports, powered by 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini and Pat Garianis back on hand here, Cavaliers Stadium. An excellent first half here between Middletown and St. George's. And after the first half of play, a 14-13 lead for the Hawks here on the road.
Yeah, very impressive, right? As we talked about in the beginning, Middletown has not lost a home football game in 26 contests. They've won their last 26 games here on this field. So, what St. George's has been able to do here in the first half can't go unnoticed, and we are a blocked extra point away from a tie game right now.
Yeah, you said it, 14-13. It's been back and forth all night long between these two teams, kind of what we expected. It all got started with that blocked punt early in the first quarter. Pearson able to punch it in from 1 yard out after the block, and then a great response by the St. George's offense as Wilson able to hit Tyreek Martin on a 42-yard touchdown, and the shots just kept flying after that. Pearson would then catch a 22-yarder in return from Middletown from Coley Chambers. They would take the 13-7 lead, and then right before the half, Wilson again, this time to Elijah Alexander on a 24-yard touchdown catch for him, and the extra point was good from Lopez, and now 14-13, here we are.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, if you're Coach Wilson, you get the ball to start the half out, you got to be happy with what your crew has done. Middletown really has only sustained one drive, and that was their second touchdown drive. They kind of got gifted a touchdown, the first touchdown, although St. George's still made a work for it. It was a third down after two goal line stuffs, but right now, if you're Coach Blum in Middletown, you got to be wanting your offense to get going, man. They haven't clicked. They've missed a couple shots deep, a couple overthrows. You really want to see them put together a good possession offensively. But, of course, you got to start off here on defense as St. George's will get the ball.
And again, both teams struggling to run the ball in the first half, but have had some success through the air. Something we talked about at the break was both teams have very talented defensive lines. They both have actually, if you aren't watching, they've been able to get to the quarterback, but the quarterbacks, Chambers and Wilson, they've done a phenomenal job with their pocket awareness, able to avert the rush and make throws on the run.
They have. I mean, both of them, like you said, they've been, I'll use this term, slippery in the pocket. They're feeling the pressure. They're sliding up. They're making plays, and Wilson has the two obvious deep passes that have been crucial for St. George's success. But Chambers, on the touchdown pass to Pearson, he did a very similar thing. He escaped the pocket, rolled out, threw across the body. It was a dime. So you're right. Both quarterbacks have been getting the job done.
Loosely, I will say that kind of looked like a Pat Mahomes throw. Just not saying he's Patrick Mahomes, but it looked certainly Mahomes-esque across body there on that throw. Wilson has looked phenomenal throwing the ball as well for St. George's. We look to see some more success through the air for both of these teams in the second half, and that brings me to this, Pat. Both of the secondaries going to have to tighten up here in the second half.
They are, and that's going to be the end all to be all right here is. Who's going to make more stops? Who's going to make the plays? Because I think you're right. Halftime adjustments are going to come for both of these offenses.
And, Pat, some other fantastic games around the state of Delaware here tonight. We got some scores from up and around here at the First State.
We do. At the half, down south, Benny Mitchell and the gang doing this one. Delmar up over Milford 7-6, right? And a good D2 battle down state. And, again, only separated by an extra point in this. And then the other game in Division I that a lot of people I think are paying attention to, Salesianum and Smyrna. With about 4:13 left in the second quarter, our last update we got is Smyrna up 14-13 over the Sows on the opening night of Abyssinia Stadium.
Yeah, something, Pat, we haven't talked about at all here tonight. A big day over at Salesianum, the opening of that phenomenal facility that everyone is just waiting to get a look at. They had a 5:30 preview and walkthrough for a lot of the people there today, and all the words from everyone we've talked to, it's a phenomenal place to play football and other sports.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it looks like it's state of the art, and it's just another beautiful stadium here in Delaware. And yeah, I can't wait to get over there. There's going to be a lot of great football games that are played at that facility.
Yeah, we could be there next week. Mark your calendars. We'll just have to wait and see. Both teams now taking the field for second half action. St. George's did exactly what you mentioned in the pregame, Pat. They deferred. They ended up scoring before the half, and now they're looking at the first possession of the second half here, just a few moments away.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, St. George's, they have a chance here to really put their hands around this game.
So here we go. Kickoff is up, and second half is underway. And a nice burst up the middle that time for St. George's on the kick return. I believe it was Lamar Wright, and he's going to give them field position at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Lamar Wright had a lot of room up the middle there, and that's a good start, good starting field position for St. George's here at the 30-yard line.
So, Pat, we talked about both teams struggling to run the ball here in this one, but last possession for St. George's, they able to pick up a little bit of momentum on the ground, the offensive line creating a few holes that time for Giovanni Sanchez. We'll see if they continue to do that here as we start the third quarter.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what St. George's does. Looks like Lamar Wright in the backfield for this one.
He'll sit next to Wilson to the left in a weird double slot look. Wilson now going to look to the sideline. Fire has his man Martin, who makes the catch on first down, and a nice pickup there on first down.
Yeah, not bad, right? That's as good as a run, right? You complete that pass, it's 5 yards. You get away from that that front seven of Middletown, and if the defense is going to give you that, you got to trust your quarterback. I like that call by Coach Wilson.
So that sets up 2nd and 5 after the first down catch for Martin here as we begin the third quarter. 14-13 lead for St. George's. Back and forth we went here on this Friday night. And now 2nd and 5 from their own 35. Wilson back in the shotgun. Pistol. Some movement up front. No flag, and they're just going to turn and give to Sanchez, I believe.
Ooh, not much
and he
room.
Slammed hard after the play.
Yeah, not much room. Burke really lit him up on that one. I believe that run was right. Actually,
so, Pat, something we saw near the end of the first half was Giovanni Sanchez looked a little banged up. He took a hard hit on that fumble that was not called a fumble late in the second quarter, and now Lamar Wright in here early in the third to take some of these carries.
Yeah, and I see Sanchez over there on the bench. He's behind the coaching staff, so he has his helmet on. We're not quite sure what could be the case. Perhaps it's just riding the high. Hey, Lamar Wright did have a couple of big plays in the first half.
3rd and 3, they're going to toss it to him. Lamar Wright, nice cut up field, way to get his shoulder squared and get the first down. Lamar Wright showing off the speed, and on cue, Pat, he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, great job there. He saw space, and when you see space as a running back, you can make things happen. And he did. Picked up the first down. It's a good hard running by Lamar Wright.
So they throw on first down, run on 2nd and 3rd, and they've got a new set of downs now as they look to get into Middletown territory, still sitting at their own 43. 10-17 to go. They lead 14-13, but a new set of downs upcoming for Wilson and company. And now substitution Martin will run in late for Elijah Alexander. He'll quickly run and get the play. And Giovanni Sanchez back in the game. He sits next to Wilson in the gun. Double slot. They're going to turn, fake it. Now it's going to be Wilson on the quarterback run off the read. And he's going to lower his shoulder, try to carry the pile for maybe a yard.
There's not much there. Burke, he set the edge. He wasn't getting around that. And also, number 33, Casey Hackett, who made a quick play at the end of the first half on a screen pass, kept contained, and there was really no room for Nair Wilson.
So 2nd and long now for the St. George's offense. Again, trying to establish the run here in the third quarter. I'm sure that was something on Coach Wilson's mind in the locker room. And now 9:22, so 2nd and about 9. It'll be a trips to the top of your screen with a pistol look for Wilson. Sanchez behind him. Turn fake to Sanchez. Out of the pocket goes Wilson. Fires to his receiver. He was looking to get it to number
Number 16.
16, I believe, Beal.
Yeah.
And unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, Cheyenne Beal, he was there, and they might have got hit a little bit early there, but whistles were silent on that one, and a 3rd down and long upcoming for St. George's.
So 3rd and long. You mentioned it, Pat, for St. George, still in their own territory. We'll see what they decide to go with here. If they try to go through the air, again, where they had some success in the first half. Alexander's going to be your tight end, tight to the left, slot to the top of your screen, and then a pistol look for Wilson. And they're going to just turn and give to Lamar Wright, who's going to try to get the edge. Makes a nice cut inside, but not much running room.
No, not much at all. Great job by the Middletown defense. I mean, that was about all that Wright was going to get. On a 3rd and 9, you got to hope someone makes a mistake in order to get the edge on that against this fast of the defense. Good job by the Cavalier D coming out, forcing a stop here to open the half out. That was huge after giving up a touchdown on the previous possession.
Out comes the punt team for St. George's, and Ryan Rogers-Brewster, the punter for the Hawks.
Back deep. Looks like it's not cheating.
Pearson,
yep.
It'll take a bounce at the 30 and will be untouched by Middletown. It'll finally be grabbed by St. George's, and Middletown will begin their first drive of the second half around their own 26-yard line.
Now let's see what the Cavaliers' adjustments are offensively. Chambers, as I said, missed a few deep chances in the first half, and that could have given the Cavaliers even more points. So let's see what Coach Blum does here, if they try to establish the run game or if they go back and try and take a couple shots through the air again.
8:17 to go, 3rd quarter action as the Middletown defense does their job as we open up the second half. They get the ball back to the offense, and again, you named it, we'll see Chambers and company start right here in the empty. They're going to put him in the gun and spread things out. 1st and 10 from the 27.
A lot of space, nobody in the middle of the field, 0 coverage.
Chambers has some time this time in the pocket, has his man wide open. It's Pearson, and he makes the catch at the 45-40. On his way to the 30, going to have to try to make some defenders miss. Reversing field, nice block by Tart, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 20-yard line and dragged down at the 19. Chambers had the time in the pocket that time, and he made him pay.
Yeah, he saw 0 coverage. There was no safety in the middle of the field, so those seam routes, someone you're thinking is going to be open and get it. And they did. They hit it. And as a big-time play, having said that, there's an eligible man downfield on Middletown. So that play goes for nothing. There was a penalty there.
How about that? It's going to bring it all the way back. Chambers, when he let it go, had 2 receivers running wide open down the field. It was Tart as well as Pearson. And kind of when it was up in the air, we didn't know who was going to run under it. And it right into the hands of Pearson. But all for no avail, as you said, Pat. A penalty is going to bring that one all the way back.
And I got to be honest with you folks at home. I did not see if there was a lineman downfield or if they lined up wrong and someone was covered up and they released. I'm not 100% sure what happened.
So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15 after the tough break for the Cavaliers. And we'll see if they, something they go back to here in this drive.
Middletown, that's another penalty that's really hurt them offensively. They've kind of gotten in their own way. Another score update, 7-7, Archmere St. Mark's at the 3rd quarter.
As they give up the middle, Pearson tries to bounce it outside. He almost gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's another phenomenal game, Pat, we have here on a Friday night. St. Mark's and Archmere, both teams battling for the playoffs.
That's right. So that's at 7-7 in the 3rd quarter. Delmar has expanded their lead 14-6 as that one is in the 3rd quarter over Milford.
So 3rd quarter action around the state here in Delaware here tonight, and now they're going to empty it back out for Chambers. Quick throw to the outside. He's got his man, I believe that's Bond. Made a tackler miss, and he's close to 1st down yardage. Bond doing this yards after the catch.
Tremendous second effort there by Bond. Make a few guys miss and just set his offense up with a 3rd and short. That's the kind of effort you love to see if you're Coach Blum and the Cavalier faithful.
Up tempo, no huddle. They're going to spread him out once again. Empty set. This time, trips bottom of your screen for Chambers in the gun. He'll take the snap on 3rd and 1. Looking for somewhere to go. Has to avert the rush in the pocket. Gets outside of the pocket, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And it looks like It might be registered as a sack on that play, and we have some extracurriculars going on the sideline.
There was someone, you saw Chambers get pushed out of bounds. I didn't think it was a late hit, but I don't know what could have occurred there on the sideline. There is penalty markers. Also, not to mention, he was short. He did not get the first down on the run, just for the folks at home. This is all going to depend on the penalty.
We'll see. Yeah, it's going to be
it shouldn't
personal foul.
Wow.
It will go late hit, I believe.
They called it
against St. George's.
And I don't know. Maybe someone on the sidelines did something because from our vantage point, it didn't look like it was a late hit. It didn't look like Chambers had gotten to the out-of-bounds line when he was contacted. But, it might have been touched on the sideline. They might have deemed it unnecessary roughness.
It did look as if there was a commotion on the sideline almost immediately after. And, again, you don't want to speculate. Yeah. But it was as if somebody on the sideline of St. George's might have been responsible for that penalty. We don't know, and we're going to move on here. A new set of downs for Middletown right at midfield, and they're going to go up-tempo once again, no huddle, and spread things out here, double slot.
Great job by Middletown, though, after the penalty, able to pick up their first down yardage.
Now they're going to hand to Pearson for the first time in a couple plays, and he picks up great yardage on first down and picked up about 6, so 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5, and manageable coming up.
Yeah, good job there by Pearson off the edge, running hard, and again, you're ahead of the sticks now, 2nd and 5. It's where you want to be.
4-yard gain, 2nd down. So 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6, like you mentioned. A double slot again. Quick snap for Chambers and company. Going to launch it down the sideline, looking for Rodney Bond, and what a catch!
There it is, right? He'd been missing them deep all game long, all first half. That time it was a dime, and you're right, Bond laying out and making the impressive grab.
All fingers down the sideline, using those hands for Rodney Bond, and the big play for Middletown, 1st and 10, and they're going to keep with that up-tempo offense from the 15.
Tempo coming.
Chambers, quick handoff to Pearson, looking for a hole, finds a little bit of one, but not much to run.
Yeah, not much room at all there. Good job by that St. George's front. Delaney on the tackle, Santos in there as well. And, still fell forward, though. 3-yard gain. Right now, I think you got St. George's on their heels. I like the up-tempo look. Now it looks like they're slowing it down a little bit, but I did like that.
At the half, Sally's, they take the lead 16-14 over Smyrna.
Field goal.
Field goal. 5:37, and now they're going to spread it out. They're going to send Pearson out to trips at the bottom of the screen for an empty set. Chambers takes the snap on 2nd and 10, firing for the end zone to Tart and overthrow him in the back of the end zone.
He had him, and you saw Tart fake like it was a sluggo pretty much. He ran a slant, he faked it, and then cut it to the back of the end zone. That was almost a really nice play. A little bit too much on it for Chambers.
So 3rd down now, upcoming. They're at the 16-yard line. Need to get, it looks like, to the 6 or close to it. 3rd down, quick snap for Chambers. He's going to roll to the right side, has a lot of time, fires in the end zone, has his man. It's Tart, and he's got a touchdown. 16-yard touchdown. Chambers finds Tart in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, good patience there by Chambers. Waited for that play to develop, and Tart found the opening. Touchdown, Middletown. That's the answer they needed, Nick. You keep saying it. You keep saying they need answers.
Yeah. And a nice drive. You mentioned it, Pat. And 19-14 lead now for Middletown. They catch a break on the penalty on the sideline. Or not, I don't know if it was necessarily a break, but it propelled them a little bit forward, and then Chambers and company doing the rest. Rodney Bond with a deep catch down the sideline, and then Tart finishing off the drive with a 16-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it was a beautiful drive there by Middletown. That's what they needed. That's what they needed.
Kick is up and good. 20-14. Middletown, they take the lead here in the 3rd quarter. 5:22 remaining. And Pat, back and forth we go. Middletown, they come out, they get the stop they needed to open up the 3rd quarter. They get the ball, and they score.
Yeah, I mean, that's it was just a beautiful drive. You're right, highlighted by the big play, the connection from Chambers to Bond. That's the response you needed from Middletown. You saw it was a little bit more pass-heavy. Maybe that's the way they go here in the second half. Rely on let Chambers carry you there. And it was nice to see him hit on one of those deep passes after missing on all of them really in the first half.
Yeah, put a couple of those on the money. Now Middletown with the lead. Kickoff is back, and that's going to be returned at about the 15-yard line. I believe it was number 25 on the return that time for St. George's. runs out to about the 25, and that's where they'll begin the drive.
Yeah, St. George's right here. Let's see. I mean, they kind of were shut down the opening drive of the second half. You know, they're going to have to come up with some big playability as well. And it's not something that they haven't been able to do. You know, we saw Nair Wilson make 2 extremely impressive plays with his feet and arm on the same play in the first half. So they could do it.
So that's St. George's offense back on the field. 5:17 to go, 1st and 10 from their own 26, and they're going to start out of an inverted double slot. Wilson going to hand it off to Lamar Wright. A little bit of some confusion on the handoff that time, and tends to happen on the option plays. And that time he gave it on the read, no gain.
Yeah, you saw Wilson was holding that thing to the very last minute. He was trying to sell it, and he might have, you know, slowed right down, and that's why he wasn't able to get the edge.
2nd and 10 after that first down play. Clock continues to run here in third quarter. And again, Middletown stop, touchdown, and St. George's needs, or doesn't need, but looking to find an answer here and get some of this momentum back. Double slot for Wilson. He takes the snap, straight drop back. Looking to get out of the pocket, fires, might just throw this one away as he had nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, penalty marker on the field. This could be holding. There it is right again. His ability to scramble away, he's dangerous. And that time, St. George's gets the holding penalty. Great job by the Middletown secondary, right? As he kept that play alive, they didn't allow anyone to get behind him, and everything was covered up.
So 2nd and 10 now, where after the penalty will be 2nd and 20. Or you know what? It's going to be back even further. Spot foul, and that hold occurred deep in the backfield.
Yeah, this would be 2nd and long, man. 2nd and 25. Big play needed here for St. George's. Big chunk play.
So 2nd and 25 for Wilson, and again, double slot formation.
Middletown has done a good job of flipping the field too, and that plays a big factor.
This time it's a designed quarterback run for Wilson. He was able to lower his shoulder and drag the pile a little bit on 2nd down, but now 3rd and very long upcoming.
Yeah, I don't think that that play's going to go down and really make a big difference maker, but I think you need to realize how impressive that was. Wilson was contacted in the backfield and drugged defenders 4 yards down the field. So that 4-yard gain was really, really impressive.
4-yard gain, 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. They're going to spread it out again. Double slot for Wilson, who needs 20 on 3rd down from their own 12. He's going to look for the flare. That was designed, and now he's going to have to try to throw it away. And I believe that ball was thrown away as he was looking for his intended target on the right sideline. But just like that, the Middletown defense gets a stop.
Yeah, he had Delaney there. And, yeah, it was a great job there. Middletown defensive line got the pressure. And that's a big stop. Again, Middletown really starting to seize momentum in this one, Nick.
Clock stopped at 3:50 here in the third quarter. Middletown leads by 6, and now a chance to get the ball back and extend that lead. No team is led by double digits so far here tonight. And now some talented players back to receive here on the punt return team. It's Pearson and Tart.
Yeah, either one of those guys. They're both dangerous.
The punt is up. It's a high one. It's going to run right into the hands of Pearson, who catches it on the run, and another impressive job as a return man, this time by Pearson. Pat, I'm sure you like that.
It was, and Tomier White comes up and makes the tackle. But, yeah, he came up, caught it with a run and start. That can be dangerous.
Yeah.
But he did a good job securing the football, and it's going to be interesting to see here. I mean, Middletown can really take control of this one with a score.
Up by 6 right now.
Just another update. Delmar extending their lead 20-6 over Milford, so they're starting to pull away in that one, third quarter.
And again, thanks for everyone joining us here on Delaware Live Sports, powered by 302. Nick Alessandrini and Pat Garianis on hand here for our game of the week here in Newcastle County. Chambers, empty formation, has some room. He's going to throw it down the field and had a couple guys running down there, but no one close to that one.
Yeah, he looked like he picked the wrong guy. He did have tight end running straight down the field there. William George, but that one was good to miss deep because it was good coverage there by the St. George's defense.
Yeah, and you see Middletown, they see something they like deep past that secondary. They keep running their receivers down there, and Chambers has had success throwing the deep ball, so why stop? And again, 3:38 still to go in this third quarter. 2nd and 10 upcoming from the St. George's 42.
No one covering.
2 backs this time in the gun for Chambers. It was going to be a quick give to Joshua Robertson. The sophomore has not yet a carry, but a whistle.
Yeah, Coach Wilson calls timeout because his team was just confused. They only had one guy on this side of the field. That run was going to go for a long gain. Just St. George's with the confusion, and a good job by Coach Wilson recognizing that and getting the timeout before a game-changing play could have happened.
Yeah, you can see Coach Sibley not happy about the miscommunication. He comes running onto the field to huddle up that defense. 3:38 to go, 20-14 lead for Middletown. And 2nd and 10 upcoming for Chambers and the Middletown offense. And if you're just joining us, it's been an action-packed Friday night. Chambers, he's got a couple touchdown passes, one to Michael Pearson for 22, one to Tart for 16, and Pearson able to carry it in from the 1 as the other score for the Cavaliers. Slot to the left. Receiver, lonesome bottom of your screen is Caldwell. And now 2 backs behind Chambers.
Caldwell one-on-one here.
Chambers going to drop back. He's going to look down the middle of the field looking for Tart, and he's got him at the 25.
Great job there finding his security blanket. I mean, Tart really works the middle of the field well, and he lines up everywhere. And you can see Chambers really trusts him. Out of his, 8 touchdown passes this year, I think 4 or 5 of them are going to Tart. So, again, security blanket. He really trusts him.
1st and 10 now from the 24. Trips bottom of your screen. 1 back next to Chambers. They're going to hand to Robertson, the sophomore. Has some room, gets around the edge, almost broke that tackle. He's upset with himself, but still a good pickup on 1st.
That's a big-time touchdown saving tackle by Delaney, because I think you're right. That might have gone the distance if it wasn't for him.
And here you see, once again, Pat, they scored with the up-tempo offense last possession, and they're going to go no-huddle up-tempo again here. Double slot for Chambers, 2nd and 4 from the 19. He's going to drop back, steps up in the pocket. Now getting out of the pocket, going to throw into the end zone to Tart, and what do you know, 19-yard touchdown. Zaire Tart, his 2nd of the game. Chambers on the move, does it again.
Yeah, on the move, and it's almost like the St. George's secondary just loses Tart. Doesn't know who's supposed to take him. They're playing like zone coverage. He's trying to pass it off, and Tart just keeping the play alive. That just shows you how important that is as a quarterback. Chambers has kept the play alive now 3 times down in this area, and all 3 times have been touchdown passes.
He loves rolling left and throwing cross-body. You got to like that. Another impressive throw by Chambers once again to Tart, his 2nd touchdown of the game. 1 from 19, 1 from 16, and now looking for a double-digit lead now, 27-14, 13-point lead now for the home Cavaliers, and St. George is going to have to come up with some answers on this next possession.
Yeah, well, St. George's is out of their comfort zone, right? They really like to control the clock and matriculate the ball down the field, make you tired. Well, now you can't really do that. You're down 2 possessions, and Middletown's offense is clicking. You don't want to take up too much time here on a score. I understand we're only in the 3rd quarter and it's only a 2-possession game, but if you're St. George's, if you're on that sideline, you're getting a little uncomfortable right now with the way that this game's trending.
Back to receive for St. George's, the usual combo of Lamar Wright and number 25, which could be Dorsey. We don't have a 25, but he's back there to return. 250 here in the 3rd quarter, and you said it, Middletown's offense has been clicking here in the 2nd half, and St. George is going to look to answer. It's going to wind up in the hands of Lamar Wright. He's going to have it at the 20. Look to 25, tries to get outside, breaks a tackle to the 30, and he's finally wrapped up at around the 32.
Now let's see what Coach Wilson has in the back of the playbook here. About 2:43 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's a 2-possession game. We're gonna have to get creative here. You almost need a score. If you're going to chew clock, you almost need to score on this drive, because this will take you into the 4th quarter. Or you need a big play, right? A big play could really nullify that kind of strategy.
1st and 10. They'll begin this drive from the 32, and an important drive it is for the St. George's offense. We'll see what they start with. It's going to be slot to the left. Pistol formation for Wilson. Going to take the snap, turn, and give to Lamar Wright, who's going to try to bounce it outside, but great containment by this Middletown defense, but even better job by Lamar Wright to cut it upfield and even gain a yard on that one.
Yeah, Wright made something out of nothing there. The Middletown defense is starting to feast a little bit. Once again, Burke was really stringing that play around, and that was impressive by Wright, nonetheless.
Beal will head to the sideline with Elijah Alexander. And in comes Chamblee for St. George's. Chamblee and Wright, bottom of your screen. Snap out of the gun for Wilson. It's going to be a double reverse, or a reverse here to number 11, Martin. And he gets hit up and dropped at around the 40, so third and short upcoming. Coach Wilson trying to get a little trickery there.
It was, and Pearson stayed home and made a big-time tackle right there. You got to do something, Nick, right now, because your baseline plays haven't worked here in the third quarter. So I don't mind the trickeration, and it is a third down and short. He would have loved to pick the first down up on that play, but it does kind of get you back. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, Nick. Mm-hmm. If you don't pick this up where you're at on the field, you don't want to give Middletown the short field. I don't know if this will be 4-down territory.
Yeah, big play. They're going to try to get it here on third. Motion from Lamar Wright. Wilson going to fake it, try to keep himself, and Middletown is ready for it.
Nothing there at all. Harris plugged up the hole right there. There was just nothing doing. The Cavaliers defense is swarming. Sidelines getting crowded. You can hear the cowbells going. Middletown really starting to seize momentum here.
St. George, again, was able to hang in with Hodson for most part of that game last weekend as well. It was a shootout, and then eventually Hodson able to pull away. Middletown showing signs of similar things here tonight as St. George's 4th and 3. We'll see what they decide to do, Pat. Big play.
It is. Coach Wilson's going to take a timeout, which isn't great. That could come back end of the fourth quarter. You don't want to be really wasting timeouts in this kind of a game, but they burned one here. And they're going to probably punt this one away, so Middletown can really, really take control, right? If they're not in control right now, up 2 scores, you go up 3 scores, that could be a big-time seal, so to speak.
And again, that sideline, those players, they must have heard they've won 26 consecutive at home. And right after you said it at halftime, they came out with a fire here in the second half. That locker room speech by Coach Blum. And the offense for Middletown has been clicking here in the second half, especially through the air. Colby Chambers with a few touchdown passes. And again, Middletown now double-digit lead here. They lead by 13, third quarter, 1:07 to play here in the third. And like you said, most likely a punt upcoming from St. George's unless Coach Wilson's all in right now.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like he's going to be all in unless they do one of these pooch kicks. We'll see.
Ran that a few times. Would not shock me here. It's something Coach Wilson likes to do a lot, but he's pretty close here on the pistol for Wilson. He's going to take the snap, and they're just going to pitch it to Lamar Wright. Has to get outside. Cuts it in field and nowhere to run. He's stuffed on 4th down. Looks like they tried to rush the snap, catch Middletown off guard on a toss to the right, and they were not caught off guard, Pat. They make a tackle for loss, and they get the ball back.
Jonathan Wiltshire, he sat right there, kept contained, came up, made the tackle. That's just textbook right there. Great job by Wiltshire, and that's a big-time stop by the Cavaliers. They can really start to put some nails in the coffin here if they score a touchdown.
And St. George is opting not to throw the ball a lot on that last possession. Again, trying to solidify the run on the ground. And now the defense for St. George's, if you're a Hawk fan, they're going to have to step up here and stop this high-powered Middletown offense, which has been great the last 2 possessions. And they've got the sophomore running back, Robertson, back out on the field.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye out for Tart, number 6. He's in the slot to the near side.
Trips.
Game-changing in the second half.
Trips bottom of your screen. He's got the orange cleats on. He's going to throw it out to the sophomore Robertson out of the backfield, I believe. And he picks up great yardage, pushed out of bounds just after getting the first down, it looks like.
Yeah, Delaney pushed him out of bounds. But right now, this St. George's defense does not look prepared to stop the passing game right now. It looks like the Cavalier offense has kind of unlocked their matchup advantage, and it's through the air.
Chambers dropping back on 1st and 10.
Wide
He's going to look
open.
for Tart, and he's got him once again, almost into the end zone, but this time he's taken down at the 1.
Now, I didn't mention this because we had the play going on to Roberson, but while Roberson was open, Tart, it was the same look, and Tart was wide open down the middle of the field calling for the football. It was a good job by the sideline here from Middletown to notice that, tell Coach Blum, hey, run it again, and tell him to look for Zaire Tart. He did, in big play. They're setting up. They're knocking on the door again.
Tart, phenomenal game receiving the football. 1st and goal from the 1, 39 seconds to go. 27-14. Turn to give to Robertson up the middle, and he's going to try to push him into the end zone. We'll see if he can get there. No call yet, and he is stopped short.
Yep, Brad Roberson, that's a great job by that defensive front by St. George's. These kids are fighting out there. There's no doubt about that. Donovan Mack, number 54, as well as Isaiah Bolden, number 66. They were the ones that made that play.
So we'll see if they get a playoff here with 12 seconds. It looks like they're going to fire one up. Chambers takes the snap. He's going to fake it this time himself, looking to get to the end zone, and he's wrapped up Elijah Alexander, the big-time defensive end, but we have a flag on the play.
Yeah, Alexander, great job on that tackle, staying patient, and it's a hold against Middletown. So that's a big-time stop, man, because Chambers, he looked like he was about to make a miss. Now you'll see this one probably go to the 4th quarter. A little bit tougher for Middletown now.
Yeah, that's going to back them up. They had 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. So a big-time penalty that time. And Tart, after the catch, was a little hobbly, able to get off the field under his own power and rested up, and now he's back out there with 4 seconds to go.
Well, you know what? Honestly, though, if you're a St. George's fan, you're almost wishing that didn't happen, because now it puts Middletown back into a passing situation. And they've really taken advantage. They've taken advantage of the passing game in this one.
You're right. They've done a great job. It seems like a goal to go from the 1. They've had a couple stops there, but they can't stop them through the air. In Middletown, they're going to go empty set. 4 seconds. Chambers, the shot. Out of the shotgun, going to look to the left. What a throw, but just over the head of his defender. Almost looked like it was a scary pick that time for St. George's through our screen here, but that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, Pat.
Yeah, dangerous throw right there. I'm not sure if I like that play call, but hey, they live to fight another day. St. George's has a big-time 3rd down upcoming. They need a stop right now, Nick.
We're going to go to 4th quarter action. 27-14, Middletown leads here at home. We'll be right back after the break on Delaware Live Sports.
Your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home.
Quick turnaround here. 4th quarter action live from Cavaliers Stadium. Nick Alessandrini and Pat Garianis here on the call for our Newcastle County Game of the Week. And it has lived up to those expectations. 27-14 now as we enter the 4th, and a big-time play upcoming, especially if you're that St. George's defense.
Yeah, they need to stop. 3rd and 15, Nick. Let's see what they do.
Chambers out of the gun. Going to step up in the pocket. He's going to fire cross body. He's been successful there, and he's got a man wide open in the back of the end zone for a touchdown.
Again, I mean, that one was number 9, Mason Murphy. And again, he keeps the play alive. That St. George's pass rush is getting there, but he's able to slide out. And every time he's been able to do that, he's been able to find his target. So it's really an impressive job by Chambers, and he's been accurate on the run, which is something that is a difference maker.
You name it. I mean, he loves throwing on the run out of the pocket. That time, able to get out, fire again, had his man again. Middletown receivers have done a phenomenal job of getting to that next level and beating that St. George's secondary and getting open down the field. And the extra point is good. Middletown, Pat, they are clicking on all cylinders, as you alluded to earlier. 34-14, they lead.
Yeah, they've really kind of sealed up, what was causing them some trouble in the first half, which was stopping the run of St. George's. And then offensively, they tried to stay balanced, which you like to do as a coach. But the difference was they were missing the big plays through the air, right? They were overshooting their targets, right? Second half, they're like, you know what? I love the balance and all, but we're going to go big time air raid right now. And it's been successful. Chambers has been accurate, and it's worked for them.
We talked to some people before the game. They said the question mark, or at least the theme of the game, would be how the secondaries play here in this one. And St. George is going to have to pick it up a little bit as that Middletown offense is looking really good. A tough kick and a bounce. It's going to be picked up by Lamar Wright, who stumbles and going to have to make something happen just to get back out to the 10 or 15. And tough field position to begin the drive if you're St. George's.
Yeah, and again, like I mentioned the last drive, even more so now. I mean, St. George's is a little bit out of their comfort zone. This is not how they like to operate. And we'll see what they do. I mean, I'm not going to lie, though. I mean, Nair Wilson, he did make some big-time plays in the first half, keeping the play alive and finding a receiver down the field. He's going to need a little bit more of those here in this fourth quarter if they want to get back in it.
So St. George's will begin this drive at the 11. They've got 11:47 to work with. They're down by 20. And we'll see what Coach Wilson and company draw up here as they need to begin to shift some of that momentum. One back next to Wilson. That's number 34. And they're going to throw it out to him, and he lowers his shoulder, picks up a nice hit. He gets hit hard as well and picks up a few on first down.
Yeah, they got that one. That was a Bo ride out, and he did. He took quite a shot on that. But nonetheless picks up about 3 or 4 yards. They're going to need a little more chunk yardage than that one, though. You really need to start trying to score quickly if you're St. George's.
And, we haven't really seen Wilson throw the ball downfield here in the second half like we saw in the first half. I mean, that could be due to a number of things. And he'll take the snap here out of the gun. Now he's going to have to escape the pocket. That's where he's been successful. Going to throw, and he's got Lamar Wright who makes the catch down the middle of the field. He's down the sideline, 40, 30, and he's going to outrun the Middletown defense for 6. How about that play to get St. George's back in?
85-yard pass on the run by Wilson. That's unbelievable, Nick. I mean, that's unbelievable to throw that opposite arm. Like, he's not scrambling to his right. He scrambles to his left and throws an absolute dart a good 50 yards down the field in stride for a touchdown. Unbelievable, man. That's exactly the type of play that St. George's needed.
You said it. We said it during the play. Successful on the run, and he made us look good on that one, was Nair Wilson. Lamar Wright doing a fantastic job of beating the secondary, running his way wide open down the field. And now extra point attempt upcoming for Lopez and St. George's. And just like that, we've got ourselves a ball game again.
We do. Holy smokes. What a dime. Third touchdown pass for Wilson on the run. I'm sorry, second touchdown pass.
Both of these quarterbacks doing it on the run here tonight. Extra point is up and good. So 31-20, two-possession game here at Cavaliers Stadium. Still 11 minutes to play, and now that defense going to look for a stop against this high-powered Middletown offense.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get. If you're Coach Wilson, if you're St. George's, Coach Sibley, whoever's running the defense over there, you know what you're going to get from Middletown. And that is some pass. You know what? I don't know now. But I was going to say, you're going to get passes. Like, that's what they've taken advantage of. If Coach Blum's staying aggressive, that's exactly what you're going to get. If Coach Blum's like, you know what? I'm going to take the foot off the gas pedal, I don't think he should.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's my personal opinion. I think that he should continue to challenge the secondary St. George's. But, yeah, we're going to see. I would anticipate pass. If I'm St. George's, I'm like, we got to anticipate the passing game coming from Middletown, and we got to stop it somehow.
So, got some fire now on that St. George's sideline. Happy if you're a Hawk fan. A game once again, and now we'll see you lined up as Middletown looks like they're you see the Middletown return team pointing, watch for the onside kick, watch for the pooch kick, and we'll see St. George's just going to kick it away here. And, again, talented receivers back. It's Tart and Pearson for the Cavaliers. And they do just that, a squib kick up the middle, and able to make a nice play to haul it in. For Middletown was number 10, Cheaton.
Did a good job. Delaney, he came running in there, man, just in case. He almost, you got to make that's the kind of effort you need to make. Now, here we go. Let's see what Middletown decides to do. St. George's, you got to anticipate pass. You got to anticipate pass here.
1st and 10, they'll begin the drive at the 40. That's where they hopped on it, and now here they come once again. Colby Chambers and company looking to build again off their last couple of drives, which have been great drives, and they ended with touchdowns through the air. Slot to the right. One receiver, lonesome down here. Bottom of your screen is going to turn and give to Roberson, the sophomore, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Number 88 in on the play for St. George's.
Yeah, so here you go. First down, they want to get the clock running a little bit, okay? Let's see how long that lasts. Because there he is. St. George's, they've been taking care of the running game all night, and it continued there on that first down play.
So lose a couple on that first down play, Pat. 10:34 to go here in the fourth quarter. And 2nd and 12 upcoming. Chambers in the shotgun, double slot formation. Pearson sits to his left. 1st and 12 from the 38. He'll take the snap out of the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. Has to step up in the pocket, but can't avoid it.
Yeah, there it is. So that's a big-time play there by St. George's, right? We knew what you were going to see. You hadn't got to him yet. He's been making plays, and that was a good job. That one was a sack there by Elijah Alexander, so big-time play.
And a surprise, Pat, the first time we've called his name, one of the better defensive ends in the state of Delaware is Elijah Alexander, and a big play there. And now it's 3rd and about 15. Trips top of your screen for Chambers, who sits in the gun. Pearson's next to him. Stepping up in the pocket. He's going to try to make something happen here. Out of the pocket, trying to throw cross body. That's where he's been good and just out of the reach of Pearson, 4th down.
Yeah, good touch on that one. Just a little bit long for Pearson. Again, the pressure of St. George's getting there, and they forced a quick 3 and out of the Cavaliers. If you're Coach Wilson and you're on that St. George's sideline, that's exactly what you needed. I said that they put a nail in a coffin, the Cavaliers did, but they didn't put all of them in. Let's not get it twisted here.
85-yard touchdown in response from that St. George's offense last time. Got him right back into it, 34-21. A defense holds them, and now the punt. It's a bobbled punt. Could be blocked, but they just get it away. It's a line. It's going to take a hop and bounce to the St. George's 34, and that's where they'll begin this drive in a very important. We said the last drive was important, and now this drive just as important here, trailing by 13 for the Hawks.
I'll just give you some perspective. You're down 3 scores. There was 11:01 left in the fourth quarter. You now got the ball down 2 scores. There's only 9 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. That's what you need for St. George's. You need now you can kind of open the playbook up a little bit, but you do need some stops and you do need some quick scores. Update for you. A final, Delmar 20, Milford 13 in the Division II battle downstate.
Delmar gets the win. So here we go again. St. George's offense double slot back on the field. Wilson going to take the snap, looking his right, and a dangerous throw. Double covered that time was number 6, Chambly, and unable to come up with that one, so 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw there by Wilson. You don't want to be forcing that one into double coverage. I understand if that's your initial read and you don't feel confident to go into your 2nd or 3rd, but if you're going to throw it over there, make sure that's not even close. That's got to be way higher so that there's 0 chance that gets picked off.
Double slot now for Wilson, who sits in the shotgun, 2nd and 10 from their own 33. He's going to take the snap. They're going to set up screen. They get it to Bo Rideout. Has to look for somewhere to go. Lowers his shoulder, but what a tackle that time.
Is right. So last time this happened, Middletown, they scooped it right up, no problem. It was Casey Hackett. This time, the cornerback comes up and makes a big-time hit. That was number 8, Jaden Wheeler, the sophomore, coming up and filling it hard, man. That was a big-time smack.
Yeah, Rideout, a big fella carrying the football. He lowered his shoulder, but he was right there, Jaden Wheeler, to make the play. You said it, impressive stop for the sophomore. And just like that, 3rd and 7, 9 minutes to go, and a big 3rd down for the St. George's offense. Double slot for Wilson in the gun. He'll take the snap. Going to look across the middle and fire out of the reach of his intended target. It was Tyreek Martin. It looked like he was running a little bit of a shallow post, and he overthrew him.
He had him. If he lowers that throw, he's got him. That's a missed opportunity there for St. George's to keep this thing alive, and looks like they're going to send the punt unit out.
Now you said it, 3 and out, not what you wanted if you're a St. George's fan here in this one, but now they're going to rely on the defense to get another stop against this Middletown offense, and we'll see if they can do that here. 8:49 to go, 4th and 7. Barring something crazy, it'll be an upcoming punt for the Hawks.
Let's see.
He's going to catch it off a hop. Still able to get it away. Had some good height on this one. Pearson's going to go back and let it bounce. And a great punt by St. George's.
That's a great punt. And you know what? If you could force a 3 and out, you just flip the field. So that's a really good job. If you're going to punt, that's the punt you need.
You mentioned a great punt that time for St. George's. An 8:35 clock is stopped, 34-21 lead for Middletown. So the Middletown defense does their job, gets the ball back to the offense, and now we'll see what Chambers and company has in store with 8:35.
I'm still, and this goes against conventional wisdom, right? You want to run the clock down. You're up multiple scores late, 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but I want the ball in Zaire Tate's hands. That's who I want the ball in their hands. If that means you got to throw quick out routes, if that means you got to get him the ball in the bubble screen situation or a speed sweep, I don't know what Middletown's playbook all consists of, but that's who I'm trying to get the ball in the hands of.
Yeah, and he's looked very good here tonight.
He's not even out on the field right now, so.
1st and 10, they're going to turn and give it to Pearson. He's got room to run for the first time all night. Makes a tackler miss, cuts back inside, and now he's going to show off the speed, pick up some blocks downfield, and he's going to be dragged down at midfield. And that time, Pearson had some running room, and that's the best run by far for him tonight.
Yeah, that's a big play, and you know what? That's, like you said, that's the first time they've really been able to get something going in the running game. And it comes at a great time, Nick.
You said it, and again, we were wondering if they were going to throw the ball. I would have had agreed with you. I would have let the ball ride through the air as well. That's where they've had their success, and Pearson able to bust off a big one on first down. 8:10 to go. 1st and 10 from midfield now for Chambers and the Middletown offense. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff, throw it to Tart outside. That's your man. He makes the catch, makes a defender miss, and he makes another defender miss. Breaks 2 tackles down the sideline. Look at the speed from Zaire Tart, and he just took it 50 yards on a screen pass for a touchdown. Pat Romo back in the booth.
I told you, dude, that the young man is a game changer, a game breaker. Although it looked like he might have just pulled a hammy or he might have caught a cramp on the way out there on the celebration. But no, I mean, he's the real deal in the open field. To get him the football, and boom, he breaks one open.
50-yard touchdown catch for Zaire Tart on the screen, and he made all the defenders miss on that one. Caught it at the 50, and sayonara, see you later down the sideline. You saw the speed, breaking tackles, shows off the speed. A phenomenal play for a touchdown, and a big touchdown for Middletown, and this could be now a 20-point lead. The kick is up and good, and just like that, 41-21 the way of Middletown.
Yeah, great job there by Middletown, and Tart, like I said, it's a big-time play. Update here, Nick. 23-22, Salesianum on top. 7:08 left in the third quarter.
Wow, how about that? Yeah. I mean, a lot of
big
pre-game festivities and everything going on there at Abencinio Stadium. And, I mean, Smyrna came out, took the lead early, and it's been back and forth there, even closer than we've had here over there at Salesianum. We'll get you more updates as soon as those come in. But right now, Pat, the game in front of us, that Middletown offense, they've been close to unstoppable in the second half.
They have. Like you said, I mean, this was a 14-13 game at the break, and you can see what the score is right now. They've been able to rattle off 28 points here in almost not even a quarter and a half. So they've figured out, they've unlocked their matchup advantage, which seems to be in the passing game. Chambers has been way more accurate in the second half than he was in the first half, and that's been the difference right now from the two halves.
And this one going to be returned deep by Lamar Wright, trying to make something happen for St. George. Is able to break a few tackles before he gets out close to the 30-yard line. And now, you mentioned up-tempo. Well, now we're going to have to see St. George's really start to pick things up here, down 20 points here with 7:45 to go, and probably going to have to let things fly through the air here if you're Wilson and company.
Yeah, and it worked for him, right? 2 possessions ago, Wilson was able to escape and hit in stride 85-yard touchdown pass to Lamar Wright. So, I mean, it's not something that they can't do. They're capable of it. Big thing is they need stops.
They've been scarce here in the second half, and Colby Chambers and this Middletown offense really feeling themselves here in this one. 7:46, 41-21. Wilson takes the snap out of the gun, fires to the sideline, has his man Tyreek Martin, picks up good yards on first down. They're going to need a lot more of that.
Yeah, good first down play. I like it. He got out of bounds, stopped the clock. That's important, too, at this point in the game.
Again, going to have to hurry things up. They're down 3 possessions. Again, this one was close at the half, close in the third quarter, and then that Middletown offense came out, got a stop to start the third quarter, and then that offense went to work. And now St. George's trying to answer. Design quarterback draw for Wilson. Cuts it up the middle of the field. Gets first down yardage close to the 45.
Yeah, good job by Wilson. Gets the first down. That's going to stop the clock until they get the chains up. If you're Coach Wilson, maybe you got to get this thing going a little bit quicker. Let's go now. You're down 3 possessions.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to huddle up here for a split second, then get back to the ball. You mentioned it, that you're going to have to pick things up. Double slot look now. One back next to Wilson, who sits in the gun. 1st and 10 from the 49. Fires to the sideline. Again, looking for Tyreek Martin, though this one just in and out of his hands.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea, right? If it's there, you run, break down, catch the ball, get out of bounds, right? It's 8-yard gain on first down. What you got to be careful of if you're Middletown is that's now twice that they've done that. If he pumps that, you got streams or streaks being run right down the seam routes, being done right down the middle of the field. Don't get yourself falling asleep on this. I know you're up 3 scores, but stay disciplined if you're Middletown.
Yeah, both teams having success down the field, that's for sure. Now some movement out of Elijah Alexander, who was down here, the wide receiver, bottom of your screen, and that's going to be a full start against the Hawks.
Must have felt good about the play, Nick. He's like, I think I'm getting it here. That's usually the case.
And Elijah Alexander, relatively quiet here in this one, called his name a lot against Appoquinimink, especially on the defensive end, but he did have a nice touchdown here in this one as well. So again, maybe you said it, excited, looking to get the ball back, and he'll, it looks like, head to the sideline now. 2nd and 15 upcoming from the 39, 7:21 to go, and St. George's trails 41-21 with the ball here.
Yeah, right now if you're Middletown, you're sitting pretty, you know, and you just got to keep the receivers in front of you from St. George's. No one can get behind you.
Wilson crossbody again, throwing, looking deep for his man. It was Chambly.
I'll tell you what, Wilson's been one of the most impressive throwers on the run that I've seen. He's extremely accurate on the run, and it's a tight spiral. You know, you don't see that. You know, only a very few guys that I've seen in the state of Delaware really been able to do that consistently, man. You know, you're seeing Henderson. You talked about one gentleman a little bit earlier, Darius Wade. You could do that kind of stuff, and there's a few others. I know I'm not getting everybody, but it's rare. C.J. Henry can do that.
Absolutely. Wilson out of the gun, nobody back there with him. Going to fire across the middle, and great coverage, almost intercepted. He's upset with himself that time, but either way, good coverage that time by Middletown. That was number 10, Ryan Cheaton.
Yeah, 4th down and long here. I mean, St. George's, again, out of their comfort zone. I don't know how many different passing plays they have. So, you know, eventually it starts to become redundant.
And we have an update in a big-time battle for the playoffs over at St. Mark's. Archmere, they go on the road and get the win, 14-10, in a tough battle against the Spartans. Big win for the Hawks this week.
How about that? You know what? Yeah, it's a program that I've always had respect for, Archmere. You know, they play the game hard, they play the game discipline, and you know, they've been fairly good the last 5 or 6 years, consistently good.
Wilson out of the pocket once again. Here comes that crossbody throw. Has his man Chambly, who makes the catch at the 20, the 10, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 1 or 2. But Wilson, he's going to take the snap, roll right, and let that thing fly.
I just don't know how this continues to happen. I mean, you're up 20 points. You know that Wilson's going to run and fling it up. They're just running deep. How are you letting them get behind you? Execution there. Both teams, both secondaries got to get it together.
So Chambly reels off the big play that time. 7 minutes and ticking. St. George's down 20. 1st and goal from the 3. And again, maybe you still want to pick it up if you're St. George's here as the clock is running.
Oh, I mean, you have to. I mean, you're going to onside kick it from here on out. You did it earlier in the quarter. You're going to do it again here. But you're right. You want to try and leave yourself as much time as you possibly can.
1st and goal from the 3. Heavy formation.
Looks like they're going to run the ball next.
Looks like Giovanni Sanchez back. He's the tailback. Haven't seen much of him tonight. The talented running back from St. George's. More movement and a whistle.
That's going to move him back 5 yards.
And that's just one thing you can't have if you're St. George's.
Another update, 30-23. Smyrna over Sally's right now, 5:22 left in the 3rd. So there must be a lot of passing going on in that game because there's not a whole lot of time coming off.
That's a good point. And again, Sally's trying to get a first win at their brand new stadium, and Smyrna trying to take away that first special win at that first stadium.
Looks like it was a pick 6. At least that's what we heard.
And again, we also heard, I believe, Pat Sally's down to their 3rd string quarterback.
Yeah,
now
that's unfortunate,
over
man.
there. Double slot for St. George's. 6 minutes to go. Wilson, design quarterback draw. He's going to cut it up the middle, has some space, and he's close to the end zone. He's in for a touchdown. 8-yard quarterback draw for Nair Wilson, and St. George's back on the board.
It's a big boy run there by Nair Wilson, and it was much needed for the Hawks, but they have a slight chance left in this one. It's going to have to come down to quick strikes and onside kick conversions.
41-27, 6 minutes to go. Extra point attempt on the way. Hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good. So 41-28, a 13.2 possession now lead for Middletown. Still 6 minutes to play here at Cavaliers Stadium. And again, if you're St. George's, you need a quick stop or a turnover, but that's been tough to come by against this Middletown offense in the second half.
It has, and I mean, like I said, you're going to need a onside kick conversion here. I think. I mean, I think Middletown eventually, now up 2 scores, under 6 minutes to go. I think now you probably see them run the football here, and maybe they take the ball out of the pace to try and prevent the clock from stopping.
Pearson had his best run of the ball game on the last possession when they handed to him on first down. That being pretty much the only successful rush for Middletown so far in this game, or overly successful rush in the ball game. They still lead 41-28, 5:53, and they've got 2 guys back to return. It looks like Pearson and Mason Murphy. And now it'll just be Murphy's Pearson. He's going to get up and watch the onside kick, and here it comes, Pat. You see him lining up. In Middletown, some confusion on their end in the kick return.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, I'm a little bit – I got to clear myself up on some of these rule changes because I'm not sure how many guys you're allowed to have on one side of the field anymore. It looks like it was clearly overloaded to our sideline. That was a good timeout by Coach Blum. Make sure you guys are set up to execute. If you get the ball, you're pretty much in control of this one to end it out, to close it out. But if you give it up, it's a chance. I mean, St. George's is still a threat at that point.
Clock is stopped at 5:51. Is now Middletown's more prepared for the onside kick this time around now as they get set on their hands team. St. George's looking for a big play here. Need an onside kick. Down 2 possessions with under 6 minutes to play. And a big upcoming special teams play in this ball game. Lopez will be the kicker for the Hawks.
Let's see. I mean, what side is he going on?
Yeah, now more of an even split, Pat. I don't know, Jim. And the onside kick is up, and it's been touched. That's a loose ball, and St. George's recovers.
How about that? It hit the Middletown player. We talked about it earlier. Once the football hits the turf, you don't know how the heck it's going to bounce. What a break there for the Hawks, and they're not dead yet. They're like the Undertaker meme, coming out of the coffin. Look out.
Successful onside kick, and we've got a game once again here at Cavaliers Stadium. 6 minutes to play, 13-point lead for Middletown, and St. George's collects the onside kick. They did what they needed to, getting the ball out of that Middletown offense's hands, and now back in their offense's hands with a chance to score and make this a one-possession ball game.
Yeah, you got to stay hot here. I continue to pass the football. Right now, Middletown's still not settled in. Get it and go.
We'll see if they do sudden change here. Wilson, they're going to set up screen. Fire it up the middle. I believe it's Sanchez.
It looks like.
Or Lamar Wright.
Yes.
Makes the catch.
Right. Yep.
4 or 5 yards. So, again, Lamar Wright getting a lot of run here at running back in the second half.
They got to go, man. They got to go.
Second and 5. Double slot. Here we go, Pat. For Wilson. He'll take the snap.
Again, Middletown, don't let anyone behind you. Keep him in front.
And that's what they do there. Martin able to run the hook route, get a catch, and pick up some yards after the catch as well. And they're moving the ball here into Middletown territory.
They are. And, right now you got to be uneasy if you're on the Middletown sideline a little bit. You can see some coaches are like, guys, relax. That pass rush isn't really been able to get there.
Double slot. Wilson going to evade, get out of the pocket, crossbody throw. Has Lamar Wright on the sideline. Makes the catch, gets to the 10, pushed out of bounds close to the 5. Maybe had some room to operate there. Out of bounds, 5-10, 41-28, and St. George's are threatening here.
Headsy play by Wright to get out of bounds. Even though it stops on the first down, it doesn't matter. Get out of bounds. keep that clock stopped, 1st and goal. Tremendous job here by the Hawks. Execution, man.
Double slot, Wilson design quarterback draw. He's got the big body. He's going to lower his shoulder, try to get into the end zone, and he's met at the goal line. And the ball was taken out of his hands.
It was, but it looks like the officials blew the play dead, said he had forward progress.
So it'll be 2nd and goal at the 1 after the design quarterback draw.
Reminiscent of, I believe it was Middletown Smyrna game, if I'm not mistaken, that there was like a fumble at some point, and it ended up being a 99-yard fumble recovery return. Oh, that ball is loose, however.
On the
That
quarterback sneak
loose.
attempt, and that is the ball is actually fumbled in the end
Touchdown.
zone. Touchdown, St. George's.
It was like a fumble rooski. We didn't know where it was. The ball was all over, kicked all over the place. It pops out. Lamar Wright falls on it for a touchdown. Holy smoke. This game's got it all, Nick.
4:31 to go. Wilson lined up under center on 2nd and goal from the 1 for the designed quarterback sneak. Wilson doesn't really line up under center a lot, so that was his first time under center in some time. He fumbles the snap. It gets loose in the end zone, and St. George's jumps on it for the touchdown. And just like that, 41-34, awaiting the extra point attempt from Lopez.
Things have gotten quiet here at Middletown High School. I will say that.
Snap, hold, kick.
No
And
good.
no
That's
good.
big. Now that is big. Why, Nick? Because if he makes that, it's only a 6-point game, which means they need a touchdown to tie. They don't need the extra point. Now with the miss, now you need a touchdown and a converted extra point if you were to get the ball back for a tie.
And, Pat, we are a long ways to go, and I don't want to, maybe foreshadow anything here, but that Middletown special teams, they've got a lot of blocked kicks as
Yes,
well
they do.
this year. So
Yes,
something
they
maybe
do.
to look forward to or look to later in this ball game. 4:31 to go. 1-possession game here now at Cavaliers Stadium. Life from the St. George's Hawks after the onside kick. They take it 50 yards. They score. And now, just like that, we'll see what they decide to do this time around. They got some time on the clock. What do you think they do here, Pat? Kick it away?
I don't know, man. That Middletown offense is humming, man. They are humming. I think you see another attempt of the onside kick here. You're 1 for 2. I think they may do it again. There's not a lot of time left. I mean, Middletown's a few first downs away from running this thing out. So I think you see another onside kick here. Middletown got to execute here. Hold on to this
And
one.
they're still going too deep here for Middletown. There's a little area open in the back left of the return team. We'll see what Lopez and St. George decides to do. 41-34, 4:31 to go. And they are just going to kick it away. And it's going to be caught at the 15. And he's wrapped up and breaks a tackle. Nice run that time. He's carrying defenders out to the 40. Not sure who that was on the return for Middletown, but he made it look easy.
Look like it was number 21, Darren Pope. And yeah, it was definitely a good return.
So, Pat, I mean, like you said, it's been a roller coaster ride here tonight at Cavaliers Stadium. A fantastic game if you're a football fan in general. And now 4:23 to go. A one-possession ball game, 41-34. Doesn't get much better than this game that we have in front of us, Pat.
No, it doesn't. And right now, obviously, St. George's needs a couple stops. And you talk about Middletown having to execute here. Let's keep in mind, Coach Wilson had to burn a timeout there because of a defensive miscommunication. They weren't lined up right. So they only have 2 timeouts left.
Quick handoff to Pearson, and this is not what you want if you're a St. George's fan. On the ground goes Pearson, and then a late flag comes into play as Lamar Wright was claiming for the hold during the play. He got the flag. That's what it looks like it'll be. But Pearson has been great on the ground these last 2 possessions for Middletown.
Yeah, they're going to get Bond on the hold here. It should still be for first down yardage. It may be a 1st and 1 if they don't. But, I mean, it was clearly a hold. But, yeah, St. George's, this is why I was wondering if they were going to onside kick it. Like I said, this Middletown offense has been churning and burning here in the second half.
And you said it, 2nd and 1 upcoming. That's going to wipe away the big run, but still a very productive play on first down. If you're a Middletown fan, it's a spot foul, so it'll be 1st and 1 from midfield for Middletown. 4:12 to play and ticking. St. George's needs a stop.
Yeah, right now, if I'm Middletown, I'm telling Chambers, wait for the official, the back judge, to start moving his arm, right? And they did. Coach Blum told him, just wait for it. That usually allows you to know that there's 5 seconds on the play clock.
And you see Chambers look over to Blum and say, "Oh, yes, that's right. Good call." And he was like, "Thank you for letting me know." And he's going to take his time, like you mentioned, Pat. And 350 and ticking for Chambers. 1st and 1 from midfield. That's where you want to be if you're Middletown. They give to Pearson again, and he's got a little bit of a hole, breaks a tackle close to the 40.
Great blocking up front by Middletown there. There was a little bit of penetration by that St. George's defensive front, but they stayed on their blocks. And it was good patience on the run there. And, that's what led to that big-time run. It was a good, great job there by Pearson.
And you see they're going to take their time again. Chambers and company, 3:30 and ticking, 1st and 10 from the 42 into St. George's territory, and they're in control.
Update 36-23, Smyrna on top of Sally's.
Trying to ruin that ceremony and new first game at the new field is the Smyrna Eagles, and they're doing just that right now. 3:10 to go, though, for the game at hand. Chambers, quick handoff to Pearson up the middle. He's met after a few yards, but able to get 3 or 4 out of it on first.
And you're starting to see here, right? The beginning of the game, Pearson gets hit, and he gets pushed back by that St. George's D. Now in the fourth quarter, Pearson's making contact, and he's falling forward. And that's a credit to this Middletown offense here in the second half. They kind of gotten this St. George's defense all over the place. So fatigue does start to settle in.
Yeah, we saw Tart leave the field after his touchdown. This is his first time back in the ball game for Middletown. 2:37 and ticking, and he'll be split top of your screen in the slot.
At what point do you start to see Coach Wilson take a timeout? I think he probably wants a negative play first.
2nd and about 6. Snap, the handoff is to Pearson, looking for somewhere to run. St. George's comes up. They make the play about a yard after the line of scrimmage, so 3rd and manageable, and there's your timeout.
There's your timeout, right? He's going to set up with a 3rd and 6. You stop the clock with 2:16 left. It's going to come down to this play. And I wouldn't count out Middletown having the confidence to go for it on 4th down.
And now going to be my question to you, Pat. You're in St. George's territory. You're up by 7. Punt will do you maybe a little good. You could punt it out of the end zone. They'll take it at the 20. Anything could happen, but it could be 4-down territory for Middletown if you're trying to win this game right now.
I mean, so far St. George's hasn't shown that they've been able to stop your offense here in the second half. I'm unless this is a no-gainer, I'm having all the confidence in the world in my guys.
And Pearson, you just talked about it. His best running quarter by far has been these last 2 drives, and here in the fourth quarter, definitely for the game, Pearson picking up multiple yards per carry, probably 5 or 6, and picked up 2 big carries of 20-plus on each of these last 2 drives. And we'll see if they decide to do 2-down territory here. It's 3rd and 4 from the 36, just 2:16 to play, and it's a 1-possession ball game.
Middletown's been busting it up the middle the last couple of plays, and St. George's has adjusted. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little bit trying to get on the edge. It looks like Tart's going to be in the backfield, so look for him to get into space.
Tart gets a first down. It's going to be tough for a comeback from St. George's. He's in the backfield. They love to get him the ball in space. They're just going to throw him a screen, let him go to work, catches it at the 40, gets to the 30, and it's going to be really close to first down yardage.
It is. He got the 30-yard line. That's the first down 10, and there it is. I mean, you get your playmaker the ball in space. He's so shifty. He's so hard to bring down. That's a good play call by Coach Blum.
You said it, Pat. All they did was just throw it to him deep in the backfield and let him make up the yardage and plus more himself. He did just that, and he just came back into the game when they needed him. What a reliable player for Middletown. 41-34.
It's it's year after year they got new guys coming through the pipeline, and Tart's a game changer this year, man. No doubt about it. Every year they got someone over here.
1:45 and ticking now, and a new set of downs for Middletown as they just try to wind down the clock here at Cavaliers Stadium and try to extend that win streak here at home. They'll turn and give up to Pearson up the middle, and look at him. He's been running wild here in the fourth quarter. Another big game.
Hulkamania's running wild. Yeah, now he has, man. He's been going, and you know what? Right now, all you got to do is tell the young man, 2 hands on the football, no turnovers, and you got yourself a win. I think they're a first down away from a kneel.
Absolutely, 9 yards.
They probably could take a kneel now. I mean, St. George's only has 1 timeout left. There's a 40-second play clock, so you probably could just go victory formation right now and not even take the chance.
Well, the lineup Chambers in the shotgun. Under a minute now to play. 2nd and 1 after the 9-yard carry from Pearson. Chambers back in the shotgun, and it's Pearson who sits next to him. And they're just going to do the same. They'll just give it to Pearson up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to run that time, but 45 seconds, and now the clock will be stopped for the first down. And that'll do it. So, Pat, we've had a good game here. I mean, we knew it was going to be a good one coming in. 2-1 St. George's, 3-0 Middletown, especially after the shootout we saw last weekend with St. George's and Hodson. Hodson, again, the defending state champs, and they came out here tonight, and this was a phenomenal game.
It was. It was entertaining from Jump Street first half. St. George's was on top. Why? St. George's controlled the tempo of the game, right? They were in control from really the beginning, and Middletown, really their big score was off of a blocked punt in the first half. Second half happens, completely different game. Middletown is now in control of the tempo, and they seized control of this one, displayed a valiant effort by the St. George's Hawks to crawl back into this one after being down by 3 scores early in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, you said it, Middletown. They moved to 4-0 on the year. Colby Chambers, phenomenal game tonight for him, and a nice game for Zaire Tart as well, and a couple touchdown catches for the young fella from Middletown. St. George's, they fall to 2-2. Again, playing a tough schedule this year are the Hawks. Nair Wilson, though, with a nice game, and a nice game out of Lamar Wright and Tyreek Martin, his receiver, but it wouldn't be enough as Middletown extends that winning streak that we talked about here tonight.
27 consecutive home victories for the Middletown Cavaliers. The dominance continues, and the proud tradition continues here at the Middletown High School. So, impressive job. I mean, they held on. St. George's really gave them all they could here in the fourth quarter, trying to fight back into this one.
41-34. That's your final here from Cavaliers Stadium. Middletown extends that streak and moves to undefeated on the season. Nick Alessandrini, Pat Garianis, and Buddy up on top for the camera. We'll see you next week live on Delaware Live Sports.